Welcome, welcome. It's not showing I'm live yet, so just bear with me while I wait for it to come on. If you can see me, hello. It's not showing I'm live on here actually yet myself. Let's wait for that to happen. Hey, welcome, Jay. Thank you for being here. There we go. It's coming up now. Well, welcome, welcome. If you are live with me, hello, welcome. If you are watching this back later with me, welcome. You just need to click anywhere during the replay and you'll receive an answer in the moment, something you need to know. If you are watching this with me right now, just pop your question and I can answer a question about love, health, career, money, yourself, family, anything you've got going on, really. Just pop it in the chat for me. I've got various decks of cards that I'm using today, wherever I'm guided to. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for me because it really does help me. So how are you doing, Jay? Let me know. How are things? Hopefully they're all good. It's Fabulous Friday today. Me and Angela are sending you lots of love. We're getting very excited about next week. So, Judy, good morning, beautiful. Thank you for being here. We got guided by my peeps in the house, the beautiful Melissa. Let's get those thumbs up, absolutely. Let's get those thumbs up, guys, today. So Jay says, messages from Adam, it feels like my heart is letting go. Well, that's really surrender. That's what you need to do. You know, when you feel that way, it's because you're giving it to God. It doesn't mean you're moving on. It means you are releasing it. And that's a good thing. And that's what we have to do. And it takes a while to get there. So first of all, we've got Moonstone for you. So I want to bring a message in for you. So you may want to use some Moonstone, especially moving towards this full moon on the 10th. So you've got your intuition as being heightened right now. It says, be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it's trustworthy. So trust what you're feeling. You know, your intuition is probably saying, this is what I need to do. This is how I need to move forward. This is what's going to benefit me. And that's the truth, because it does benefit you to surrender and let go. And the thing is, a lot of times, I'm just taking my socks off because it's warm in here. A lot of times we feel we have surrendered and let go, but we haven't at all, you see. So what you're experiencing, because you're saying it feels good, and that's how it does feel. Okay, it feels like a big weight's being lifted off your shoulders. So I definitely feel between now and the full moon, you're going to feel more intuitive. You may even be feeling his energy around you as well. Okay, as you move towards the full moon, because you're surrendering and letting go. So you're saying, what does he want you to know? What does he want to say in the silence? So what does he want to say in the silence? Okay, flying out. Where did that go? Here we go. My favourite thoughts of each day always involve you. So what he's really saying is, when I think about you during the day, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel better. So he is thinking about you. My favourite thoughts of each day involve you. Now, it's a bit of a strange way to word that, because it's like saying his favourite thoughts of the day, but it's like he's saying really his favourite thing is to think about you during the day. So that's really what he's saying to you. So that's bringing an energy of what's going on around him. Welcome, honey, everyone. Saying hello to everyone. Thank you for being here. So we've got reconciliation, there it is. Someone from your past is or will return to your life soon. So it's just confirming what we've been saying for a long time here, that there is going to be a reconciliation. And when you let go, that's when it comes in. And you're in this process right now of surrendering and giving it to God. So it will happen, okay? It's just when. You know, when's it going to happen? But again, that's what you're learning to release, you see. You're learning to release the when and give that to God. So you're the Queen of Swords here, which means you're in your power right now. Okay, so what I really feel is that when you do reconcile, and you will speak your truth, but you'll be in a position where you can do it with clarity and compassion. So you won't dredge up the past or make him feel bad or, you know, put him down in any way, because you've released this. So you'll have things to say, but you're being guided to say them with compassion and clarity, not anger or fear or stress. I've let go. That's why in a long time I've started liking someone else. Well, there you go. You're moving forward in your own way, yet you still feel his energy. You still know there's something between you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be asking questions about him. Okay, if he was just like a karmic partner or someone who'd been in your life for a fleeting moment, you wouldn't still have feelings. Even though you're saying, you know, you're releasing it, he wouldn't still be in your energy. You wouldn't even still be thinking about him after all this time. So that's what you're being reminded to know. Okay, so the purple there is connected with the crown chakra, the third eye. Amethyst crystal may be really good for you as well, moonstone amethyst. So I definitely feel that you're becoming more intuitive, and that's what you're being guided to know. Okay, so let's connect with a guy you're interested in and just bring in a message about that person. Okay, what deck shall I use? What's going on with this person you're interested in? We've got the Seven of Wands, endurance. It's like, don't give up. So this person doesn't want you to give up on them, because I feel that they're going to step forward in some way at the right time. So this is July energy, where we are now. Keep going forward. So really the message for you is just keep moving forward, and the right things will fall into place at the right time. I hope that helps, okay? Hey Victor, good morning, honey. Just to let you know, guess what I found for you today? The dragon cards. The dragon cards are there for you today. I found in this one, I thought better get them dragon cards out. So big welcome to everyone who's coming in the house today. I'm going to do a message from Melissa, guided by my peep, says, any messages this morning from V? So I'll see what V wants to say in the silence. You are so different now. I'm afraid you've moved on from me. So really what he's saying, he's been watching you, and you know he does watch you, and he feels you're different. Your energy's different. You've evolved slightly. You've changed. And they're giving me a itching in the ear, okay? So you may have, you know when you feel like you've got water in your ear and you have to do that? They're showing me that. So I feel you're definitely receiving messages in your own way through your ear chakras. So you could be receiving messages through music or readings. They give me a very itchy ear. So it's also like his intuition is guiding him to do something. You know, he wants to listen to you. So he's worried you've moved on. He's saying, please trust her in this silence. I am doing the inner work the same as you. So he is working on himself to be able to match your energy. So he sees you and he thinks, whoa, you're different. Okay, in a good way. It's like you've evolved, you've transformed, you're shining. Have you moved on from me? Because I aren't really in that place yet to be able to give equally. So he's worried that you're moving on, but he is doing the inner work. And the silence is in capital letters there. So the silence is assisting the journey, okay? So what else does he want to say in the silence? Big welcome to anyone who's jumping in. I'm going over in my head the things I've done and it pains me. What if you don't want me? So similar energy. What if you don't want me? What if you've moved on from me? I know I've hurt you. I'm sorry. So he's going over things. So there's an energy of regret there. Regretting the past. Wanting to make something right. Wanting to do something. Yeah, it was wrong to disappear. So if he just disappeared, whether it was recently or a while ago, you know, whenever this was, he knows that was wrong and he wants to apologise for that. Because perhaps he just pulled his energy back one day and you were like, where's he gone? You know, perhaps he just went ghost or he wasn't opening up and you're like, what's going on? So he's saying, I know it was wrong to just disappear that way. So what's the guidance for you? What's the guidance for you? So he's working through these things. Yeah, make time for self-care. So you may be doing that over the weekend. This may be what you're doing in general. You know, you've got kyanite crystal there, so that may be important for you. It says, take care of you. It's essential right now. So you've been looking after you, and that's why you're shining to him. You know, that's why he's saying, oh, you've changed, or you're different, or it's not really that you've changed at all. You're just giving more to you, and you've put your boundaries down. So kyanite may be a good crystal to use. I mean, you may use that already, but I'm going to bring some crystals in for people today to, you know, with this moon coming up as well. And we've got Mercury retrograde coming up as well, which is going to be a very important one this time. We've got kind of like a 3-week portal in a way where the Mercury retrograde is assisting with opening up vulnerably. Okay, that's what it's doing. Okay, so it's going to bring up a lot of emotion. So that may help as well. But he's definitely thinking about things. It was wrong to disappear. I need to do something. They give me ear chakra activation. Okay, so if your ears start itching or ringing, but they give me itching, like an itching, and it's going right into my throat when I'm connecting with it, which is about the throat chakra. So it's like he's hearing things that are telling him to communicate. I hope that helps, okay? So big thank you to everyone who's here. I'm just answering a couple of messages in the chat first of all. Actually, let's do Tetchy. So thank you, Tetchy, for the first donation, honey. Chris gifted his girlfriend for a birthday a 9-day trip for September to countries we wanted to go to 2 years ago. I was really upset when I saw it online and he messages. I thought he wanted to break up with her. Well, first of all, it can be a coping mechanism with overcoming fear. And I totally get how you feel, because my twin's done similar things, okay? So I know how it feels. It's like a dagger going in your heart, okay? And a lot of the time they don't actually realise how they are hurting the feminine or hurting you through doing this. It's like something they just do. What they're trying to do, in a way, is mirror what they could have with you in a comfort zone, okay? So it's not like, oh, he doesn't love me anymore, he doesn't want me anymore. It's more the fact that he's not ready yet to end a cycle, so he's trying to get through that cycle easier by perhaps replicating what he would do with you, or what reminds him of you, or what makes him think of you. And to you it's like a big betrayal, because you're thinking, hang on, that's what we were supposed to do together, what about me? But he's kind of trying to replicate something with you. So in other words, he's taking you with him where he goes, even though he's with someone else. Now I know that doesn't help, but you've got to release the pain around it. And I know it's hard because you go over and over and over things in your mind, and you've got to release this, okay? So the message coming through for you right now, you've got lapis lazuli. So lapis lazuli is a great crystal connected with the throat chakra, because you may feel you've got things to say. You know, you may be a bit angry about this. So the best thing to do is journal down your thoughts, because the worst thing you can do is lash out and say something you'll regret, because remember, he's learning his lessons, and that doesn't mean what he's doing is okay. It means recognise, as Jesus said, Father, forgive them, they don't know what they're doing, okay? So instead, write down what you're thinking about this, and it will help you to heal it. Give me a lot of fear around this, because there is a lot of fear around this. And the big sword there is sticking out of this stone. So this is a life-changing epiphany or experience. So I actually feel by him going on this trip, okay, it's going to be a life-changing experience for him in a good way for your connection. Because he's going to experience things there, and he's going to be thinking about you. Because it's not like he's going, it would make more sense, really, think about it, to go somewhere that's not connected with you at all if he wanted to forget you. But he's going somewhere that you've planned to go with him, or you've wanted to go, you've talked about going. So everywhere he goes when he's there, he's going to see you there. So it's going to be life-changing. It's going to bring in epiphanies and experiences that are going to make him realise a lot. So lapis lazuli would be a great crystal for you to use to kind of calm your energy down around the way you feel. So the angels say, regardless of how things seem, it's a time of big and blessed changes for you, and God is supporting you every step of the way. So remember, the fact that he's going on this trip with someone else, there is a reason behind that. But also you've been saved from something that wasn't yet ready to happen. So you're also being very protected at this time too. So I feel that karmic cycle isn't complete. It doesn't mean it's not going to end. This is part of the ending. But it's like you're saying there, I thought he wanted to break up with her. But that's again because you have expectation. So you have to trust that there is there's like, if there's unfinished business there, it has to come to an end. And as hard as it is, we have to trust in God's plan, because God knows best, okay? So let's see what the energy is around the connection. So we've got actions speak louder than words, okay? So he may not have been able to communicate why he's doing this, you know, or what, he may not even understand why he's doing this, but there is an action there. So you can look at this action from a place of power and, you know, looking at it from a higher place and say, okay, I recognise there's something else going on here. And that's what it is. He's trying to replicate something. And really it's going to lead to a big epiphany. And there's balance there. You need to bring balance in. Okay, so it says there needs to be a healthy balance of physical, emotional and spiritual intimacy for a relationship to be sustainable. Now, what I'm really connecting with here is the relationship he's in with his partner is not sustainable because there isn't a healthy balance of physical, emotional and spiritual intimacy. That's what he has with you. And that's what he's going to realise when he's on this trip. Okay, and that's why he's going to be learning this through the actions he's taking. It says if you want to know what someone is feeling, watch what they're doing. So again, watch what he's doing. Think about it logically. Think it would make more sense to forget you and move on from you if he goes to a completely different place. And that's where I need to share. I hope that helps, okay? Cece Lynn, thank you for the donation, honey. Cece says, good morning, Liz. How does my love feel today? Have a lovely day, and you do too as well, honey. What is reminding you here is out of this huge deck, one card, you've done nothing wrong. So you need to let go of anything if you are going into any form of ego or blaming yourself for anything or going over anything. And I really feel this is more connecting with him than you. So it's more like you're picking up on his energy because he's actually looking in the mirror saying to himself, hang on, you've done nothing wrong. He's done nothing wrong because he can't help his feelings. So it's not like, I feel this intense guilt around him. Heavy pressure and heavy energy where he's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. And he needs to forgive himself for wanting to be with you, to wanting to be elsewhere than where he currently is. Because you might think, well, I don't feel I've done anything wrong because you haven't. So I feel this is more what he's saying to himself. It's like he's giving himself a pep talk saying, come on now, you've done nothing wrong. And he's saying, you are my perfect piece of art. So what he means, first of all, is you're his perfect fit. So you're the perfect one for him, but you're a perfect piece of art, which means when he looks at you, he just loves looking at you. He loves the way you are, the person that you are inside and out, but you are beautiful to him in every single way. Some days I struggle. This is why you feel these ascension symptoms, okay? Some days I struggle to get out of bed because I'm so tired of this journey and what I'm having to face. So this is when you're feeling all that heaviness and pressure and maybe you feel tired and drained because he's struggling to deal with it. It's like he would rather just stay in bed all day and hide and not face it. But he knows he has to face it because he doesn't want to hurt anyone, but he's hurting himself by not actually making a decision or doing something. So I want to bring in some guidance for you while you're feeling all these energies because there's nothing really you can do. You just have to let it unfold, okay? So as long as you know who you are, because this card says, I know who I am, and you know you are the divine feminine, you know you are you, then that's really what you need to do. You can't do anything to make it happen quick. You just have to have patience here. And I know it's uncertain, because it does feel uncertain. It's like, well, is he ever going to do this? Is it ever going to happen? Those uncertain feelings come up. So when those uncertain feelings come up that push you into perhaps anxiety or stress, affirm, I face uncertainty with courage and faith. And Archangel Michael will give you that courage and give you that faith to be able to handle things. I hope that helps, okay? Victor, great to see you, honey. Thank you for the donation. Where's Victor's question? Just looking down the chat. Bear with me a second. It's probably higher up. Victor, where's your question? I can't see Victor. Oh, it's there, right in front of my face. Victor says, it's underneath Cat there. So what I'm going to do Cat first and then Victor. Because I've got cats, otherwise if my chat starts jumping up. So I'm going to do Cat first. Cat says, hi Liz, can I please get guidance for this weekend? Esther's still in silence, but I'm at a mood we had all the time in the world. And Luca wants to say hello to you, okay? And she's super excited about maybe getting a purple dress and Bradley getting some purple dungarees because she absolutely fell in love with what Dreamer had got on. So let's see what's going on with the connection first of all. We've got law of attraction. So you're pulling things to you, okay? And I feel this is what you are aware of. So it says you've been manifesting this relationship. Everything you want will soon be yours. So you don't need to do anything. Because you're saying, I'm at a mood we had all the time in the world. So you're saying, I'm at a mood. Now, that may be a typo, but it says I'm at a mood. So this could be moods. You may be feeling there's moods coming up. Or you may feel a bit moody moving towards the full moon, or there could be some energy flowing into you, okay? But I feel that it's like the law of attraction is saying to you, you do have all the time in the world because everything will come in at the right time. So whether you're thinking we have all the time in the world, or I thought we had all the time in the world, whether it's a relaxed energy or a stressful energy, you're being guided to know that you're already bringing to you everything you desire. You just have to have faith in that and do you and be in the present moment and enjoy what you're doing. Okay, and you're relaxing. I love that, by the way, you're watching Supernatural. It's one of my favourite shows. I've seen it about 3 times now, the whole lot. I want to watch it again, actually. And I want to watch, I didn't even know that, because I haven't watched Netflix for a long time, even though I've got Netflix, because I'm watching box sets. So I'm really grateful you told me that Sandman is back on, because that's really good as well. So I love that, okay? So, you're doing your own thing, watching your shows, doing your thing, going places, enjoying life. And that's pulling things to you. So what does he want to say in this silence? What does he want to say? Yeah, please don't be offended by my silence. I'm protecting you. So he's saying don't be offended, but don't take it personally, and you're not. Or you've moved beyond that. Because he's saying I'm protecting you, and you know that. You do know that, because in the silence, that's where the change occurs, and that's where you get, there's a lot of healing, obviously, but you do get protected from something coming in at the wrong time, or there being drama or gossip or chaos. He's also saying, you took me somewhere I've never been before, and I want to stay there. You took me somewhere I've never been before. So this could be actually like going somewhere new, physically, but it's really like emotionally, physically. You took him somewhere in his mind and his emotions and his body that he'd never been before. And I feel he has a lot of fantasies about that, or a lot of feelings or emotion about that. But this could also be about going somewhere you've never been before. So you may have these visions, and this may be something you're manifesting, where you're going to explore places together and go places together. And also I feel like some of the places you go to, when you physically go to these places, he connects with you through those places. And it's like he sees something there, even whether he's been there before or he hasn't, he experiences something astrally with you that he's never felt before. And that's why you feel him in certain places and you sense his energy around. So I feel the message is just keep doing what you're doing. So let's bring in some guidance for you. So we've got it's your loss. Yeah, it's like it says loss. If he's not with you right now, it says loss. It is. Because you're in this powerful energy where you're saying, if you want me, you want me. If you don't, you don't. It's your loss. And that's you in your power. It doesn't mean you're in a negative energy saying, oh, it's your loss and being negative. You're just kind of saying, look how magnificent I am. Do you know what you're missing out on? How silly are you? And you've got aqua aura coming through. And this is really powerful, because what I'm feeling is, this maybe is a crystal aqua aura. I'm not a crystal person, but I'm feeling your aura is aqua light, which means you're connected with Archangel Sandalphon. So your prayers are being answered, which is again pulling things to you. And you also may be receiving messages in music. And this is healthy communication and relationships, because you know that for this to move forward, there has to be healthy conversation. You need to have a heart-to-heart and assert yourself in a healthy way to help you be understood and to understand. So I feel the message is what you're really manifesting here is healthy communication. And I feel your aura is aqua light, which is really beautiful, which means Archangel Sandalphon is all around you right now, saying, I'm answering your prayers, listen to music. There's healthy communication on the horizon here. And I feel this is within everything you're doing. So you're also learning how to communicate healthier with yourself, with your guides, with people around you. It could be family, friends. There's like healthier communication coming in, because that's something you've learned. I hope that helps, okay? So Victor says, thank you for being here, Victor. Morning, Liz. May I please have a message for my twin, the dragon card? So let's bring in the dragons for you. So what's the dragon card? So you must have known I was going to get these cards out today. So the dragon coming through is the golden Christed dragon. So I'm sure you've had this dragon coming up many times, bringing you higher love so you embody the Christ light. And again, I love this because you're so connected with Jesus. Because this dragon again connects with Jesus. So you're connected, you're highly connected with Jesus, like Jesus is with you, whether you see him as Lord, Savior, guide, or all of the above. Friend, he's your best friend, he's your counselor. He's with you every step of the way. So this dragon is absorbing the Christ light, letting you know and reminding you that you're protected. And you're absorbing Christ light. So you're absorbing Jesus' energy into you, unconditional love. You're expanding your heart and you're remaining on the 5D. So this means you're remaining fifth dimensional, whatever you're doing. So when you go through something in your life, when you go through any challenges, you're able to observe it in a higher way. So let's bring in a message for you from Jesus for today. So what does Jesus want you to know today? Oh, flew out. Feel you may see butterflies, blue butterflies. Nothing shall be impossible to you. Isn't that beautiful? There it is again, you and Jesus. Didn't you have this card coming out not long ago? Well, Jesus showing you that butterfly, saying, look how amazing this butterfly is. Think how impossible it is. But it becomes possible. for that caterpillar to become the butterfly and grow its wings. And it's like you're realising how I feel about your transformation, your own journey, the way you've transformed from the person you were into the person you are physically and emotionally. And I feel he's saying to you here, I approve, because, I mean, there's many people who may, you know what I'm talking about here, may judge you or say things about religion that God would judge you or whatever. And Jesus is saying, I love the fact that you've gone through this transformation. You're still going through this transformation and you know what you want and who you are. So this is really letting you know that Jesus is approving of you and loves you no matter what. And that's such a beautiful thing. Okay. So we've got well done now, good and faithful servant. I love this. Okay. Jesus saying, hey, you're doing everything right here. Everything's working out for you. He's showing you the way. And I love that he's wearing a purple sash there because that's connected with amethyst crystal. You know, psychic power there. So a lot of beautiful energy coming in. So let's connect with your twin. So what's the energy coming through from your twin in the silence? It's easier to believe you don't love me than it is to believe you do love me. How crazy is that? So again, he's got real big wounds of self-worth issues. So what he's saying is, why do you love me? You know, it's easier to think you don't love me than you do, because why would you love me? It's crazy to think you love me. Look at you and look at me. Why? So again, he's trying to recognize his own power and think, I am lovable. I am deserving of love. And that's something he's working through. You are so different now. I'm afraid you've moved on from me. So again, like how you've evolved and grown, it's like you're in your power. And I'm not saying he isn't in his power. He's a powerful person. But he is also very, you know, when he connects with you, he connects with you completely in the 5D. So in the 5D, he feels like he's your equal. But in the 3D, he doesn't quite feel that way. He feels like you're there and he's there and he's catching you up. So it's like he's saying, whoa, you know, why me? You could have anyone. So that's what's going on with him, okay? So let's bring in a message in the silence. And I say the silence, you're not really silent because you're always communicating. I never forget you, remember that. They give me tooth pain. So again, I feel this is some kind of decision coming in. And I'm sorry for blocking you. It was easier for me. So blocking as in pushing you away or shutting you out, or in the physical, not in the 5D. You know, so he said, I'm sorry for doing that. Just know I never forget you. So I do feel there's a decision coming through. So if he has blocked you or his energy is blocked in the 3D, he's unblocking that right now. So let me bring in a crystal for you. So we've got watermelon tourmaline with stress reduction. And it says, de-stress your mind, body and your schedule as you need to rest, recharge and revive. So it's not like I feel you're very stressed. I just feel you may be busy. So again, you've got a busy life. So you must make that time for you to have a break, have a holiday, calm your energy down, relax a little bit. I hope that helps, okay? Sonali, thank you for the donation. Sarub's intentions towards me, less contact. So what are Essie's intentions towards you? He said, I've surrendered to this love now and I'm focusing on maintaining financial stability so I can provide for us with ease. So what I'm feeling is he's working on something else, okay? So in other words, it's not that he isn't giving you attention in his own way. He's focusing on material things, physical stuff. So he could be working hard. He could be working out how to make more money. He could be earning more money. He could be doing more hours. He's doing something regarding his physical stability because he wants to be able to take care of you. Now, you don't need anyone to take care of you because you take care of yourself. But he wants to be able to come to you in a very equal way. And that's what he's working on. And I feel that he's saying, I have surrendered to this love. So it's not the fact that he's holding himself back from the love. He needs to focus on the material stuff right now. So that's why maybe the contact is, you know, kind of gone a bit slow or distant. He said, yeah, I'm waiting until I feel better. So he may be waiting until he feels better financially, but also in his career. But this could also be he's dealing with some physical stuff. So he could be going through ascension symptoms as well. They give me fear as he releases fear about being good enough for you. So I don't feel he's quiet because he doesn't, you know, the feelings have changed, anything like that. It's because he's busy with something. So again, this about you not taking it personally and recognizing it's not always to do with you. You have stuff going on in your life too. You know what it's like when you're busy yourself. You know, you may get busy with something yourself and you're like, oh, I haven't had time to check my phone, or I haven't had time to think about this or do that, you know. So I feel he's busy with other stuff. And there isn't anyone else. This is his financial life, things he has to physically take care of to survive. I hope that helps, okay? Crystal, thank you for the donation. Message from Daniel and what's next. So what does Daniel want you to know? What does Daniel want you to know? I'm focusing, again, this card, busy with work stuff. Okay, I'm focusing on maintaining financial stability so I can provide for us with ease. So it feels like moving forward, he could be working on his work life or his money or physical stuff. And he's checking you out because he's saying the more I find out about you, the more blessed I am with beautiful surprises. So he may well be checking you out online, finding more about you. This could even be about you talking and getting to know each other better. But I feel it's like a watching energy as well. So if you're not in contact, he's watching you. If you are in contact, he's finding out more about you and he's feeling blessed. So he's excited for the future, but he is trying to balance it with sorting out his physical life. So career, money, that kind of thing. Yeah, gratitude here. I love this because, you know, you've got gratitude and he's saying, the more I find out about you, the more blessed I am. The more blessed I feel with these beautiful surprises about you. So it says you need to be grateful for the love already present in your life to attract more of it. So use gratitude as an attitude to attract more in. So what's next is gratitude. He may even let you know how grateful he is for you in his own way, whether you receive that through him directly or indirectly, because he is grateful for you and he's grateful that you're the person you are and the way you are and everything about you. And I feel he wants to get to know you more and more and more. And that's what I'm connecting with here. But he's also saying I'm focusing on maintaining stability financially so I can provide with ease. So he may be busy with work. So if he tells you he's busy with work or, you know, he's got stuff going on, believe him because he has. This card's moving as well. When I next see you, okay, because you're saying what's next. When I next see you. Now, this isn't saying he's going to do this, but this is how he's going to feel inside. Like he's going to jump for joy. When I next see you, I want to run towards you and lift you in the air and swing you around and never let you go. It's going to be magical. So he may actually do that, okay? But if he doesn't, that's what he's feeling inside. So his heart will jump in that way when he sees you. And it will feel magical to both of you. So there is some kind of interaction ahead where you're either going to be messaging each other or spending time together. So be grateful for everything right now and that will open the doors. I hope that helps, okay? Jay, thank you for the donation. Message from Kay from work. So what's going on with Kay at work right now? This is the guy you're interested in. So we've got the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Wands. So I feel, again, he's gathering the courage to be able to perhaps ask you out or to meet up with you outside of the work environment, because that's what I feel he wants to do. You know, he wants to take you on a date or get to know you better. So, and the Seven of Wands is about fighting for something and standing your ground. So I feel that, and again, this is June, July energy. So this may have come to you, or I'm not saying that you haven't known him a while, but it feels like something shifted between June and July. It's like maybe you've seen him differently, or you've wanted to pursue it, or there's something happened between June and July where you've been more open to it. And that may just be this surrender energy you're in with Adam, you know, that you're surrendering this to God. So you may think, yeah, I'm going to see where this goes. If he wants to ask me out on a date, I'm going to go for it. And I feel that that's what he's finding the strength to do. So let him come to you. Let him fight for you. Let him show up for you. That's what I'm connecting with here. Okay, so what's the energy? So we've got put yourself first in the distance. So while you're not actually around him, put yourself first. And that's what the angels want you to do. Instead of thinking about him all the time, or let him put you first. So it says loving yourself makes you more romantically attractive. So he is romantically attracted to you because you've been putting the work in on you. And it says the separation you're experiencing is necessary to help the relationship grow. So in other words, when you're not together, because obviously you're working together, so you may see each other around work, you know, when he's at home, when you're at home, he'll be thinking about you like you'll be thinking about him. So the fact that you're not connecting a lot right now is actually a good thing because it's helping it to grow. But I do feel there is an opportunity coming in during this July period for him to open up. But I feel he wants to do that. But again, he is a bit defensive because he doesn't want to mess anything up with work. So it's about just allowing it to unfold. And if you're meant to go on a date, if you're meant to spend some time together, the universe will create that. I hope that helps, okay? Ashwini, thank you for the members milestone, honey. When is Armit's 3D thoughts about us? So what he's reminding you is he's still growing up spiritually. Okay, he's still learning lessons, and you are too. But when he thinks about you and him, he sees a divide because he said, I'm still growing up and you were so mature. Why do you want me? So in other words, he sees you as more mature than him spiritually. There's nothing to do with physical age. It doesn't matter about the age difference or, what ages you are. This is him saying to you, you seem to be spiritually more together than me, so why do you want me? And that's because the only reason he thinks that is because you're free in his eyes and he's bogged down with something. He's trapped in a cycle. So that makes him think that you've got more spiritual maturity because you're not stuck in something you want to escape out of. So always try and see it that way. Okay, that you're not trapped in a situation you need to release yourself from. That's a blessing, okay? Even though at times you might think, oh, wish I was the one in a relationship. Well, no, you don't. You really don't, okay? It's much better to be free and on your own than trapped in something nasty, okay? So he said, I'm trying to heal my insecurities about the habits I have that you may not like. So in his eyes, he's got habits that he does that you may not like. Now, his wife may be used to them habits. So again, it's easy for him to kind of remain there because he thinks, well, it doesn't really get on her nerves, or if it does, she doesn't say anything. But he might worry about it bugging you. He might think, because like the thing is, when the masculines leave something behind they've been doing a while, it's like they have a whole new identity and they start again. And it's scary because you think, imagining what it's going to be like, you've got to get used to being around each other. So, even just go in the bathroom. Yeah, that was like, I don't know if you heard that car backfire there, but that was like a gas noise, like a farting noise. Like even doing things like that in front of each other, okay, it can be nerve-wracking because you've got to get to know each other again. Like going to the toilet and stuff, it's like nerve-wracking. So that he may have had, maybe he does that, okay, maybe he farts. Okay, we have to be real with human beings, and he's thinking, oh, what if you don't like that? Or what if that turns you off me? So he is going over all these things because he is thinking about a change. Okay, he's thinking about making this big change. So he's trying to heal the parts of himself that he's afraid of that you may not like, okay? And he's still growing up because of that. But again, that's what they showed me. When that car backfired, and maybe he has a car and it backfires and he thinks, what if you don't like my car? It needs upgrading, or perhaps he hasn't got a good car or something like that. But I feel it's more, that's what they showed me. It's more about a physical, farting, that kind of thing. Or going to the toilet, the bathroom, making a noise. And he's thinking, well, if you don't like that, it's a habit I have that you may not like. So again, that's what he's afraid of. Silly things. So what I'm going to do is bring in a crystal for you. So for you, we've got kyanite as well. This is very beautiful. This has come out for you as well. Make time for self-care. It's essential right now. So make sure you're giving to yourself right now, loving yourself right now, believing in yourself right now. And then you don't go into that pain or anger or envy or anything like that. And kyanite may be a good crystal for you to use or wear. I hope that helps, okay? Fatima, thank you for the donation. Good morning, Liz. A message from F. So what's going on with F in this separation or silence or distance? He's getting back to himself, okay? So he feels relieved right now for the time he's got so he can get back to himself. So I do feel that he's spending time with himself. So this is like an isolation energy, okay, where he's spending time with himself. So if he's single, he is relieved that he's single right now so he can enjoy being himself, like he can find himself a little bit. So it isn't that he doesn't want to be in a relationship with you. It's that he can have that time for him. Okay, if he is with anyone else, and I'm not really feeling it, but if he is, the circumstances, he's spending a lot of time by himself, isolating from other people. Yeah, he's saying, I'm relieved because I can go within and process my feelings without feeling overwhelmed or pressured. So he's like he feels a sense of relief right now, like a big weight's been lifted off his shoulders because he's processing everything. And that's a really good thing. And he knows he's let you down so badly. So what he's processing is the fact that he's let you down. He doesn't like that, okay? It makes him feel bad. So I wish I hadn't let you down the way I have. Okay, you deserve better than what I did. You deserve better than me sometimes. So that's what he's healing. So the fact that he's actually going within and processing all of this to get back to himself, which means the true self, then that's a blessing in disguise. That's what you need to know, okay? So what does he want to say to you? So he's apologising for letting you down. I dream about the day we get reunited. So he dreams about you getting back in touch or communicating or coming together in a physical way. He dreams about it. So he's dreaming about this, which is a sign it's coming. And he's saying, you are the muse in the back of my mind. So you inspire him, you help him, you guide him. So keep shining that light. But again, this is a definite sign of reconciliation. And you may be dreaming about that too. I hope that helps, okay? Shelley, great to see you, honey. Thank you for the donation. Was Mark at the town fireworks tonight? My ex made me cry in front of my kids and I could feel Mark there somewhere. So even if he wasn't physically there, his presence was with you because you felt you needed him at that moment. You know, he felt you, you felt him. So he was there supporting you energetically saying, hey, baby, it's going to be okay. So what do you need to know about this fireworks? What do you need to know? Again, they're giving me a little block in the throat chakra there because there's blocks in communication. We've got the Four of Pentacles. So it's like, what I'm connecting with this is, first of all, it's like he's saying to you, let it go. It's okay to cry. It's okay to release the emotion. It's okay. And I feel he was with you there because you were releasing emotion in that way. And I feel it's like he's saying, let it go. You know, whatever your ex has said, don't let it affect your energy. Okay, you know your own power. So the Four of Pentacles is a card of letting go, of holding on to something. And this may be, you know, it feels like your ex made you cry because he's got his own wounds and pain around the release of the connection. Okay, and that's what you have to remember. Don't take it personally. It says pain. Okay, so I'm talking about your ex, obviously not Mark. So it feels like your ex is in a lot of pain and he's inflicting that pain onto you. And that's why you're being reminded to know that it's not directly to do with you at all, no matter what he said. And obviously it was painful for you because it happened in front of your kids. You know, and you felt perhaps like he's disrespecting me in front of my kids. He's perhaps trying to get one over on me in front of my kids or whatever it was you felt. But just let that go. And I feel Mark's energy was there to assist you. So was he actually at the firework? I don't feel he was. He may have been, okay, but I feel he felt your energy. He knew that you needed him energetically. Forgiveness, yeah, it's like okay, they're not telling me a yes or a no, okay, because it really doesn't matter. His energy was with you regardless, okay, and you felt him there regardless. So whether he was actually physically at the event or not really doesn't matter. Does that make sense? It's like, you know, once, I'll tell you this, you know, once years and years and years ago, I was in an airport bar because I was going to somewhere on a plane. This one I was going to see, I was either going to Dublin or Zurich, I can't remember at the time. But I was going, and I was in this bar, you know, before I went, and I felt my twin around me. I felt him. I knew he was there energetically. I felt his energy, and within like 2 minutes, he messaged me saying, I'm outside, where are you? Okay, and I knew, I just felt his energy. So again, he was there, okay, but it wasn't that I felt his energy, I felt him. So you felt him, so it's very likely he was there physically, but it's more important that you felt him energetically. It's because he's saying to you, forgive. Forgive. Remember, forgiveness heals. It's like he was there for you to remind you from a higher place that forgiveness is the key, to kind of not rise to whatever your ex was doing. I hope that helps, okay? Raluca, thank you for the donation. Hi, Liz, can I have a message from B and a message about his business? Is having some stressful time with it from a while. Happy birthday for next week. Thank you so much. So what does he want to say first of all to you? What does he want to say? He's saying to you, I'm learning to feel safe trusting myself. So it's not that he doesn't trust you. He does. he needs to trust himself to do the right thing, say the right thing, be there at the right time, all of that. So he said, I'm learning to feel safe. I'm learning to trust myself more. I'm learning to listen to myself more. So I feel he's going through a lot of awakening, a lot of awakening. So what's going on in his business? Okay, so we got the Six of Pentacles. So he may be worrying about financial backing or money in some way, because, the Six of Pentacles is about equal give and equal take. So he may not feel like he's getting back what he's putting into this right now. And that may be causing a fear, like a stress. So he may feel like he's not quite got the rewards, or he may be worrying about bills or something like that, because it's like financial backing he's worried about, or financial gains. That's what I'm connecting with there. But I don't really feel like there's anything to worry about. I just feel he's got to balance it right, because he may be overdoing or overgiving. It may be burning him out a little bit. So he may be feeling burnt out. And that's either because he's putting too much work in, or he's overthinking too much about it. So he's got to get the balance right. And that's where you come in, because you bring this playful energy in and help him to have more time for himself. You've got to get the balance right. Because obviously when we're stressed out or overdoing, we can get burnt out, then we get tired, then we get ill. They give me a lot of fear around that. So I feel that's what he's really working on right now. So I do feel a lot of fear around this. His business is actually doing okay. It's just the fact that he's worrying about it too much. That's the problem. I hope that helps, okay? Ashwini, thank you for the donation for your friend, honey. So, message for my friend S from her DM. So, what does your friend's masculine want to say? So, your masculine is saying, I'm focusing on, again, this card's coming up. It's very important because this is coming up collectively as well. So, I feel they are very busy right now. A lot of the masculines are very busy with work, or career, or finances, or projects, or money. So they may have even had a job change, or some kind of shift in work, or, where they are focusing on that. Because what he's saying is, I'm focusing on maintaining financial stability so I can provide for us with ease. So it feels like he's busy with work right now so that he can have money in the bank to be able to come forward equally. So he's definitely busy with something else. So tell your friend not to take anything personally if he's busy or distracted, because he's actually working on his material life. So what he's saying is, have I done the right thing? Probably not. So I see what the other card is. Yeah, I needed space and now I've waited too long. So I feel like he feels like he needed space, which is normal, it's natural. But he waited too long perhaps to initiate a communication or do something. And now he's saying, was that the right thing to do, to take that amount of time or to take that amount of space? Probably not. So I do feel he wants to bridge the gap between them. And it feels like, he's perhaps distracting himself with work so that he can go through it in his mind what the next steps are. So I do feel there's going to be some kind of message or communication, but he is busy with work as well. I hope that helps, okay? Goody, thank you so much, honey, for gifting a membership there to TD. Thank you for that, honey. So beautiful when you gift memberships, guys, because obviously it gives extra guidance and, you get all the behind the scenes stuff as well. And you're going to see all my holiday next week as well. So it's going to be beautiful. So Tara, thank you for the donation. Morning, honey. I have no communication from Ben. Does he miss me? Is he still with his baby mama? What is he feeling? So what is he feeling? What's Ben feeling in this silence? He's saying, when I next see you, so he is going to see you again. So there is a reconciliation coming in, a reunion. When I next see you, I want to run towards you and lift you in the air, swing you round and round, never let you go. It's going to be magical. So what he's really saying is, that's something he's feeling. It doesn't necessarily mean that's what he's going to do. He's saying, when I next see you, it's going to feel amazing to me. It's going to be exciting to me. I'm looking forward to that. It's like something he really does want to see you again. He feels like when he sees you again, it's going to be magical. So again, this could be waiting for the right time for this to happen. Yes, and I love you more, the most and more than that. So he really is in love with you, no matter how things are on the surface or how things seem. And what they show me in my mind is, when people meet up at an airport and they run into each other's arms and the guy kind of picks the woman up and swings around, they show me that. So I don't know if there's a distance between you where you'd have to come into an airport or some kind of travel environment, because they show me that. But I mean, that's how he feels. Like, oh my goodness me, it would be so amazing to see you again. That's how he feels, because his feelings are still there. They haven't gone anywhere. You bring out the best in me. So he does not think of you with anything. They give me a block in the throat. And he's struggling to express this to you. So I feel like he wouldn't perhaps be that way, because he would perhaps be a bit reserved or nervous around you, but that's how he'd be feeling inside. And he's saying, you bring out the best in me. So when he thinks of you, there's no ill will there. He doesn't think any bad things. It's all good. You bring out the best in me. You make me feel better. You inspire me. So it doesn't really matter what is. I'm going to check what's going on with this other woman. But I feel that you're the one that brings out the best in you. Okay. So is he still with his baby mama? Is he still with this woman? Okay, he's got a child with, or there's a baby involved. Page of Swords. So there's definitely a child there. This could be a boy. Okay, if it is a girl, then this, maybe this girl's got short hair, or, has got kind of like a masculine presence there. But I feel that it's if anything that's happening, any time he's spending with her is for the child or the children or whatever. But I'm seeing like a boy or a masculine energy around, like a masculine child, if that makes sense. So it's a very immature relationship style they've got anyway. So I feel that, immature relationship style can suggest that they got together young, or, they weren't ready for a child, or whatever went on with them. It's nowhere near what you have. Your connection is soul level. So it's totally different what you have with him than what he has with this person. Okay, so that's what you need to know. And the Page of Swords is also a card of delayed communication. So what I feel, that's what I always get. Everyone reads tarot differently. Okay, and I feel like there's a decision that still needs to be made. But I'm not getting any romantic feelings coming out when I'm connecting with Ben and this other person. It's for the children or the child, or that's what it's like. If there's communication there, it's because of the, because of the kids, the baby. So that's what I'm feeling. So I feel that the love he has is all for you, and he's thinking about coming back to you and grabbing you and swinging you around, and that's the message. That's what he's feeling. I hope that helps, okay? Radu, thank you for the donation. This for Radu Maria. Dear Liz, I have nightmares that drive me crazy. Well, when you go having nightmares, okay, your conscious mind is able to heal. So your subconscious mind is going through the things your conscious mind is struggling with and purging them out. It's a good thing. Even though it may be scary and hurtful, you're just releasing things that you are worrying about or stressing over in the physical world in a safe way. Okay? So I have nightmares that drive me crazy concerning me and my DM. Last night I had a dream that started nice and ended worrying, and I woke up angry. Please guidance. Well, you're purging things out. You're purging your own fears. It doesn't mean anything bad's going to happen or there's anything wrong. It means your conscious mind is trying to process something and your subconscious mind is taking care of it for you. So there's a healing occurring. Okay, so let's bring in the dreams. So we've got, in my dreams, I always turn you on. So what I'm feeling here is, okay, when your twin is dreaming about you, and this is what you need to know, because I feel there is dream sharing going on as well. Okay, in dreams, when your person dreams of you, when your DM dreams of you, your DM is turning you on. So your DM is very interested in your pleasure and you being satisfied, and that he's doing everything for you. Okay, now this dream you may have had may have been otherwise. He could have been doing something for someone else, or he may have not been giving you the attention, or he may just have not felt that way. And that may be a big fear that you have, that he isn't making you a priority, or you don't feel like he cares about you or what you want or your pleasure in any way, shape or form. And the exact opposite is true. Okay, so your conscious mind is healing through what your subconscious is doing in dreams. So you don't need to worry, okay? So let me bring in the dream deck. So what else do you need to know? You say it started off nice, but you woke up angry. So you're also purging anger. This can be frustration as well. So we've got selenite here and gardening. So it feels like it's just a way that your mind is processing your garden. Because the mind is a garden, okay? So in a garden we have weeds and we have beautiful flowers. So your subconscious mind with these nightmares are purging out the fears, the weeds of what you're manifesting, what you're planting, what you're reaping. So that's what you need to know. It's nothing detrimental or scary to be afraid of or anything like that. Just know your subconscious is on it. It's like how when you know your angels are on something, dealing with something, you're on this too. You know, you've got this under control. So you may want to use selenite, especially around the full moon, to calm you in some way, because you've been activated spiritually and there's a stimulation there. So it's really like you're stimulating your senses, this anger's coming up. It's like there's a lot of healing taking place. So there's nothing bad or nothing you need to be afraid of. It's all for healing purposes. I hope that helps, okay? Judy, thank you for being a member, honey, and using your milestone. May I have messages from my DM and angel guidance, Liz? So what's the angel guidance for you? Let's bring in a crystal for you first of all. So here we go. We've got soda light, socialise or join in. So there may be opportunities coming up for you where you get invited to things, or you get guided to go somewhere or do something or join in, and that will be beneficial in some way. So that could lead to a meet up with your twin, or it could lead you to feel better or make new friends or do something that works for you or it's beneficial. You know what they show me in my mind's eye is in the film The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, there's this woman sitting on a bank like in a park, and she's visualizing love. And it's on a beach or somewhere, I can't remember where it is, I haven't seen it for a while. And there's some people playing volleyball or tennis or whatever they're playing. And the ball comes her way. And the ball comes over and she throws the ball back. And they say, hey, come and join in the game, come and join in. And she has a choice in that moment. Does she say no because she's afraid of doing something new and she sits there, or does she go and join in? Well, in this scenario, she goes and joins in, and then she falls in love with someone in their group. Okay, and I'm not saying that's going to happen for you. What I'm trying to say is that you may be invited to something, or you may be guided to do something where you have to socialise or join in, and that will be beneficial for you in some way, shape or form. And it says, you're going to the beach on Sunday, first Sunday off, amazing. Okay, so this could well be something to do with that, especially with me seeing that beach, or, you know, some playing a game like that in some way, whatever it is. Keep an open mind, absolutely. So it says, make healthy and supportive new friendships and connections by getting involved with a group of like-minded people. So this may be an opportunity for you to meet someone new. Now, I'm not talking about a lover. This could be a friend. You know, maybe you just start talking to someone, or something comes from what you're doing. Even if that's just you becoming your own best friend in that moment. You're joining in, you're doing something. Obviously, that's what you're doing. You're going there, so you're joining in. You're doing something because you're being guided to, so you're going to connect with your own self. It's like me, I'm going on holiday next week by myself. And it's something I want to do. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, it's an adventure. Well, I'm not going by myself. I've got Angelica going with me. But I mean, you know, it's an adventure. So what does your DM want you to know? So your DM is saying to you, I'm going through a deep cleansing phase at this time. So it's like you kind of know in a way that it's not the right time for you to be physically together, because he's going through a cleansing. He's going through a healing. So, and that's very healing for you to go and spend time by the beach. He's saying all of the conversations we've ever had are playing over and over in my head and my heart. And that's why he's going through a cleansing as well, because he's remembering things, he's reminiscing. He's going over the good things. So I don't feel he's going over anything bad. He's thinking about the good things, which is also leading into you. So obviously self-care and giving back to you will be really important right now, because there's a real cleansing and purification going on. I hope that helps, okay? Emily G, thank you for the donation. Hi, Liz, are there any messages from the angels about me being able to move out soon? What's the message coming through about being able to move out soon? So we've got aquamarine and smoky quartz. So first of all, we've got divine life purpose, and we've got clearing negativity. So feels like this is part of your divine life purpose, to make this move, you know, to move out, to go somewhere new or do something new, whatever you're doing. And you may find that by doing so, it clears out negativity. So if you're moving away from somewhere negative, or away from people who are negative, it will benefit you. So it says release negativity from within or around you. So while you're still there, for example, if you feel there's negativity there, you could do a cleansing. So you could use Palo Santo or sage to cleanse the environment, or you could call on Archangel Michael to cleanse the environment or cleanse yourself, shield you, so that you aren't taking in or absorbing negativity. But I feel that when you move, it's going to be a very clear, fresh start for you. You know, you're going to feel more positive. You're going to feel like you've cleared out some negativity. And that this is all part of your divine life purpose. So it says, trust the signs in your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. So I do feel you're being led to fulfillment. So I do feel you will be able to move out because that's your fulfillment. And the signs are guiding you. Your inner guidance is guiding you. So I feel you're already receiving the signs. You may want to use smoky quartz or aquamarine as well. They may assist you. Let's get in some guidance about, are you going to be able to move soon? Okay, are you going to be able to move soon? Five of Swords. So what this is, when I connect with the Five of Swords, I always see it as a mindset. Are you going to sit around wallowing where you are, or take back your power and see the future with love and light and be strong and victor-like, okay? Or you're going to play the victim or the victor. So really this is showing you right now that you have the power to see differently where you are, to release negativity, to be positive, to ask the angels for what you want, and then trust that you're being guided there. So I definitely feel that you're being given the resources you need. So there could be another kind of 5 weeks of you needing to stand in your power. Have we got a timeline for when you're going to be able to move out? Because I feel it's about seeing it differently, okay? There's hope because you've got the yellow flower, which is hope. We've got January, so there could be a real fresh start coming in the new year for you. So I'm not saying it's going to take until then to manifest, but it feels by January you'll be in a different energy completely, feeling hopeful and excited. So, and you know, this could make sense with the 5 energy as well, because you got the 5. So it could take another 5 months to fully manifest here. So in July, August, September, October, November, December, which leads you to January. So I'm kind of getting 5 weeks to 5 months as this move occurring. But I feel by January you'll either have moved or it'll all be on track. I hope that helps, okay? But you know, you can remove the negativity now to feel better. Man, thank you for the donation, honey. May I get a message from Frank in the silence and advice? Do you think he misses me and thinks about me? Of course he does. That's your ego, remember. Your ego is telling you otherwise. So what he's saying, first of all, and don't get triggered by this, okay? The differences between us scare me but excite me too. I'm accepting that. Differences between you. So obviously the differences are perhaps the fact that he's come out of a situation and you are free. And he's like, that's a difference. I need to find my identity. Or there could be other differences between you. So again, it's about him remembering who he is. He's finding his identity. And it scares him because it's all new, but it excites him at the same time. I have a lot going on right now. So he's saying it's nothing to do with you. It's me. I have a lot going on right now. So stop taking it all personally and thinking he doesn't care about you when he does. He's saying, look, I have a lot going on right now. I don't want to drag you into that. I'm starting to believe. So he's starting to believe in himself more. Believe that this is possible, that he can become this brand new version of himself. So he's still in the caterpillar phase. He's still in the chrysalis. So you've got to have faith in the when. Forgive me fear. He's saying, I love you more than most and more than that. So of course he loves you. He loves you. He doesn't just think about or miss you. He loves you. And he's saying, I love you more than most and more than that. He just has a lot going on right now that he doesn't perhaps want to involve you in or drag you into. And he's accepting everything. A lot of fear there. Oh, this is your fear, and you've got to let go of your fear. Okay, it can cause resentment in the body, and it can cause acid reflux if you let it go further in. So the angels are asking you to focus on gratitude, okay? You need to be grateful for the love already present in your life to attract more of it. So instead of thinking, he doesn't miss me, he doesn't care about me, start focusing on the good stuff. Okay, so use gratitude as your attitude to move things forward. I hope that helps, okay? Dolphin, thank you for the donation. Any messages from C? No contact since December and he is with someone else, but don't think he loves her. My stomach hurt a few days ago and I thought it was him. So stomach is about processing. okay, and digesting information that you may not like. So obviously he's not liking his situation. You're aware of that. You know he doesn't love her. So what he's saying to you, yeah, they're asking me to use a different deck, okay? They're asking me to connect with the karmic situation first. So we just pick all these cards. Otherwise, the deck would not have reacted that way, you see. Wrong deck, okay? So I'm going to bring the silence in my deck. I want to bring in the karmic struggle. So I feel he's kind of processing what he needs to process. So what he's saying is, they don't understand this. They don't have this, okay? There's no intimacy between them. They don't have the S word. They don't have any physical stuff going on. That may be affecting you. You might think, is that what's going on there? You know, it might drive you crazy, and they're saying we don't do that, okay? So there's none of that going on, no jiggy with it going on. And that will also because he thinks about you in that way. Yeah, he's saying this is not my happy place and we don't have sex, okay? So they're not being intimate, it's not his happy place. So you're right with what you were feeling. So again, you're being guided to trust your intuition. And you might think, well, why stay then? But it's not as easy as that because there could be financial things going on. There could be, you know, risk involved. There could be comfort zone, you know, hurt, that kind of thing. So that's why it takes time. So what's he want to say to you right now? You make me happier and healthier, so why am I running? I feel like such a fool. So what he's digesting is the fact that that's not his happy place, but with you he feels happy and healthy. So he's even questioning his own behaviour. Why am I running from you? Why? I feel like a fool. Our separation is temporary. So it's not going to last much longer. The separation you're in is temporary. That's what you need to know. I hope that helps, okay? Matthew CJ, thank you for the donation. Family reunion energy in July month, okay? So what's the family reunion energy in July? What's the family reunion in July? So we've got within the next few weeks. Whatever it is happening within the next few weeks. Now, obviously you're talking about July, and July is within the next few weeks, but that's what you need to know. Whatever it is coming within the next few weeks. Whether you perceive it to be good or bad, it's coming in the next few weeks. You can't get out of it, or it's not going to be stopped or postponed. It's happening. So I feel you need to know it's happening. Let's get another card about it. What else do you need to know? We've got don't stop. Okay, so keep moving towards this, or keep being you, or don't stop what you're doing, and it may not be the right time to stop either. So I don't know if you've had thoughts about not going, or is it going to happen? I don't know, but it's like it's not going to stop. So we've got the world. There's going to be some kind of completion from this as well. So you may receive answers, things may get resolved and sorted out, the air may be cleared, and you know, it's like it says a successful, they're giving me the word successful meeting, but it says successfully reaching goals or travel. So there could be some traveling involved in this too, coming together, but it's going to be successful. And he says a mature and fulfilling relationship. So you may even notice that the relationships have matured in some way. Or the relationships do mature, or you've matured. Because maybe you got triggered by certain people in your family before, but you're going to recognise how much you've evolved and grown because you may not feel that way anymore, or you may be able to handle things differently. I hope that helps, okay? Okay, we got Nina. Thank you for the donation, honey. Hi, beautiful Liz and Soul fam. I fear I've made a mistake on my journey. Well, first of all, you can't make mistakes. Every mistake is a lesson that leads to a blessing. There are no mistakes. Look back at things you've gone through in the past and say, I've now realised why that had to happen that way. So you need to forgive yourself because you've done nothing wrong. So I really want to disappear, honestly. Any advice? Thanks so much. Well, the feeling like you want to disappear may mean that you just need some time out to recharge your batteries and find your power again. You know, that's what it's like. You're perhaps thinking, oh, I've done something wrong. I just need to get away from everything. But I feel it's really your higher self saying you just need to recharge. So you need to forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong, no matter what's gone on. So the guidance coming through for you is create your own bliss right now. The angels want you to create an environment for yourself that's very blissful. And sometimes things happen like we think we've made a mistake, when really it's a blessing in disguise to bring peace and harmony in. So you have the opportunity to look at things differently right now and change the way things are happening. So the angels are saying, create your own bliss right now. Don't look outside of yourself for happiness in any way, because it's an inside job. Work on you. And we've got titanium rainbow quartz coming through here because you are multifaceted. So what you need to know is that you have skills. Okay, that there are many layers and dimensions to the situation or person you're talking about. So it goes beyond the physical. It goes beyond it. What I'm getting here as well is that you are talented. So you can actually create your own bliss right now by working on your talents or your skills or the things you enjoy doing. But there's many, many layers to this situation you're talking about. Whatever you've done or not done, there's many layers to it. So it goes beyond the surface level. So it's not just as easy as saying, right, I've made a mistake. There'll be a reason why that happened. So if you become the observer of your journey, because what you're feeling right now is a lot of emotion and it's overwhelming you, instead rise above it and try and see it in a higher way and say, okay, this is happening to grow me. It's happening to make me aware of certain things. But the guidance I've got coming through is to remember that the rainbow is protection, and that you're being protected, and at the end of the rainbow there is always a pot of gold there. So there's always a blessing at the end of what you may think is a mistake, but it really is all happening so you can actually give back to you. So it's not that you want to disappear. You might be thinking, I just want to be recognised. You might think, I want to disappear, but really you want to be seen. So I feel the message right now is give back to you. Okay, let me bring in a romance angel card as well. What else is going on? Yeah, codependency. Says addictions are affecting your romantic life. So we can get addicted to the person, we can get addicted to the situation, we can get absorbed in it, we can get addicted to the need for something to happen a certain way, we can get addicted to communication, social media, all these things. So I feel you need to have some time for you right now, perhaps even detach from your phone a little bit, go off social media or have a break from the normal and do something different and create your own bliss. Go in nature, find yourself again. But life is a gift and you're being guided to trust in that. You're here for a reason. We all feel that way sometimes. Oh, I've done this, I need to disappear. But you have the power to overcome it. Call on your angels, they're with you. I hope that helps, okay? Amanda, thank you for the donation. What's the outcome with Lino and I, or Lino and I? What's the outcome with you and Al? What's the outcome with you and Al? Okay, so you've got the tower. So there needs to be a tower for things to move forward. So when a tower comes in so things can be rebuilt. So imagine there's like, an earthquake and it seems devastating, or it can be devastating, but then everyone works together in a way to build something back. So I feel that if you allow the tower to fall, you're going to be able to rebuild. The tower needs to fall for something to rebuild. So don't be afraid of the tower falling. Don't be afraid of the chaos. Don't be afraid of what is happening right now even. Because, I'm seeing the fire in this. So this could be, there's a lot of passion between you. And that could also bring up perhaps arguments or stress or anxiety. But what needs to happen through this tower falling is to stop old habits and ways regarding love. So you may need to stop doing things a certain way. Or things need to really change. So you need to release the attachment to things. And this could be the attachment to the person, attachment to the relationship, attachment to perhaps the way you want things to be, and just let things flow. So I feel there will be a rebuilding after a chaotic time. But you may be in the throes of the tower right now. So it may be scary. It may feel like everything's up in the air. But you've got the chariot, so things are moving forward. There's going to be a block there. So there may be blocks right now. Okay, these could be blocks in communication as well, but things will move forward. And the chariot is where we are. We're in the Cancer season. So during the Cancer season, the angels want you to find balance within your own self through grounding, meditation, breath work, going in nature, that kind of thing, to calm your energy down. And then you'll start seeing things moving forward, especially between now and the new moon. So, yeah, speed. So the new moon, we've got full moon next, but the new moon comes in on the 24th. So feels like between now and the 24th, things are going to get better because you're going to feel more balanced. So there could be more balance coming in. So you may be experiencing the tower right now, especially between now and the 16th. Because this is the 16th, I'm connecting with the 16th of July. Or even between now and, the 6th of July. It's the 4th today. So between perhaps the 1st of July and the 6th, or even between January and June, you may have gone through some tower moments. But it feels like from the 16th of this month, the tower is fallen and the chariot brings in the movement. So I feel from the 16th to the new moon, there's going to be either a rebuilding or you're going to feel more balanced to bring that rebuilding in. So I do feel you're going to rebuild the connection or you're going to sort things out, but it's going to start moving forward in a more balanced way from the 16th. That's what I'm picking up on anyway. I hope that helps, okay? Give me fear. So let go of your fear about this tower, because the tower comes in to create new habits and healthier habits and healthier things. Samantha, well, thank you for the donation. Hi, Liz, what's Gabriel going through at the moment? What's Gabriel going through at the moment? He's going through a change it's meant to be with fate and destiny. So things are turning around, okay? He's starting to realise more and more that this is a fated connection, that you're his destiny, that you belong together. And things are changing in his life to move that forward too. So things are in motion. So he's going through something that's showing him, and he could be seeing signs and synchronicities, that you are twin flames or that you are soul connections. Yeah, thank you, angels. They just confirm that with pay attention to the signs. So the signs he's seen are showing him that you are meant to be. And you could also be seeing 1010. Says the synchronicities you have been noticing are not coincidences. So he's been seeing signs, synchronicities, everything that's showing him that you belong together, that you are meant to be, that he's your destiny or his destiny. That's what's going on with him. Okay, so what does he want to say to you? They gave me a block there. So my prayers were answered when you came into my life. So he's realising this more and more. But I wasn't expecting it to be at that time. So he wasn't ready for you. I've got a video coming on the channel soon, actually, with that thumbnail. They just weren't ready for you. Okay, so he's saying you answered my prayers by coming into my life. I just wasn't ready at that time. And now I feel an urgency to reach out to you. So he's going to reach out soon because he feels urgent about it. Because everything's turning in his favour. The Wheel of Fortune has turned everything around. So there's going to be a complete 180. You know, there's going to be a complete turnaround from what's been happening. And that's because he's seeing all the signs. So that's what he's going through. I hope that helps, okay? Interesting. We've got Seema, thank you for the milestone, honey. Any message from my DM? So this is for Seema. Any message from my DM? So your DM is saying to you, I'm trying to forgive myself and forgive things that have happened in my life. So there's a lot of forgiveness coming in here. So you may want to call on Mary Magdalene or Saint Peter or even Jesus to assist with forgiveness, because he's trying to forgive himself. And that could be for things he's done to you, or things that have affected the connection between you, or anything that's happened in his life he feels guilty about. And he's saying, nobody told me it was going to be easy, and nobody told me how hard it was going to be not physically being with you. So he is finding it very hard to not be with you physically. Whether that's actually being in contact with you or being by your side, he's finding it very hard to not be around you. And he's saying, the more I find out about you, the more blessed I am with beautiful surprises. So he could well be finding more and more things out about you, and he likes what he sees, he likes what he hears, he likes what he's connecting with, because he feels very blessed to know you. So I feel like he's getting closer and closer to you every day. They give me a block there, even though there may be a block in communication. So he definitely regrets something he did, and he's going over this. This is what he needs to forgive himself for. What was I thinking? What was I thinking doing that? Why did I do that? So he's definitely wanting to make up for something he's done in the past, and he feels very blessed and lucky to have you in his life. And I do feel he's going to show this to you. I hope that helps, okay? Nina, thank you so much for the members milestone, honey. Good morning. Good morning to you. I'm so sad. Oh, I'm sending you so much love, honey. Let's pull you a card from the crystal cards then. So you've got two crystals coming through. The first one is Tiger's Eye, which is really powerful because, you know, whenever I go into a funk in that way, or I'm feeling a bit sad, or I need some power, I'll always put a Tiger's Eye bracelet on. So Tiger's Eye may be a really great crystal for you to connect with right now, because you've got to find your confidence through your connection with God. or the universe, the creator, whoever you connect with. So it says self-confidence through God confidence. So believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. So what you're going through right now, it may not feel very nice, but it's actually making you stronger. Okay, it's making you more powerful. It's making you into the version of yourself that you've signed up to come here to be. So the tiger's eye will give you strength and confidence, like Nina says there. So self-confidence. But if you're not feeling very confident within yourself, you just need to have confidence in God. Okay, because God is working through you in some way, shape or form. And the connection, oh my goodness me, look at this, we've got gold. And when I connect with this gold card, well, we see God. You know, take the L out, you've got God there. So God is with you, okay? He's saying divine intervention. God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. So you may have been praying about this, or you may need to pray, and then God will answer your prayers. So you couldn't get a more beautiful message coming through. So you may even be guided to wear gold or gold-plated things, or you may be drawn to the colour gold because it's the way God is connecting with you. But use some tiger's eye to bring in protection, to bring in the confidence you require, and connect with God. So talk to God about this and he'll pull you out of this funk. I hope that helps, okay? Goody, thank you for the donation, honey, and for donating that membership earlier. Dear Liz, could you please channel a message of Swami for me about my in-between situation? So thank you, Swami. What do you want the beautiful Goody to know? What do you need to know? So we've got diamond. So I feel the first message for you is that you are a diamond. You are rare, special, unique, and you must remember your own power. And to value your self-worth, you are God's precious gem. Or it's like Swami is saying to you, you are my precious gem. And that's really beautiful. Remember, a diamond starts in the rough. So the diamond doesn't come out the way it is, all sparkly and beautiful. It has to be worked upon. It can be, you know, in that darkness first for it to be revealed. So you know yourself, you go through the dark times to reveal the light. So I feel you're coming out the other side. There should be like a big light at the end of the tunnel. So the in-between you're in, you're soon going to emerge into this beautiful bright light. And you may even be guided to diamonds, or they give me the song by Rihanna, Shine Bright Like a Diamond. And, you know, that's what I'm connecting with, Shine Bright Like a Diamond. And we got Amber. And, you know, Amber kind of is stuck in time. So, you know, you think about Amber, the show, like I got like an Amber, I'm pretty sure I give it to Victor. Got an Amber stone, like necklace thing from Jampur. It's beautiful. Okay, and it's like stuck in time. It's like there's something stuck in the amber, like there's flies or something, or insects or something get stuck in the amber. That's what they're showing me. But it's something that you can break free from. So the message is, give it to God or give it to Swami, because it says take a deep breath, and on the exhale, release the situation to God for healing and answers. So it's like everything you're going through right now, you know it's happening so you can value yourself more. So you can value your self-worth more, so that you can remember you are this amazing diamond that shines bright and you deserve to be treated that way. So if this, for example, is connected with your current situation, you know it's time to get out of what you're in because it's not serving you the way you want. So you've got to give this to God, Swami, and Swami will assist you with all the answers to make it possible, because it's like you're stuck in time. And you know you need to break free from that stuck energy to become the diamond that you are. And I feel it's like a situation that you want to break free from, but you may be questioning it or wondering about it, and you know it's time. So you know it's time to break free. What else do you need to know? You've got Six of Pentacles, because you know you want equal love or equal balance or equal. And it may not feel equal. It may feel like it's someone or something isn't given equally. Now, I'm not talking about your twin. This is the current circumstances you're in. So, for example, if this is what you're dealing with your current person, it doesn't feel equal. And it may be because you don't feel you've got the equal love to give, or because your heart is either elsewhere or you want to do other things. So I feel you know that right now. It's the time. And you've known this perhaps since June, that it's a time for change. I hope that helps, okay? Sweet, thank you for the donation. Mine's a gigolo. Okay. So have you got an actual question then, or I'm not quite sure if you've got a question or you just donated there. So is our suite in the chat, or does anyone see a question from our suite? Because I can't see an actual question there. If one of my mods can just let me know, or I'll pull you a card, something you need to know in the moment, okay? So let's pull a card for our suite, okay, just see what comes out. So what do you need to know? So the message coming through is the Five of Pentacles. So what I need to share with you is whatever's going on in your life, what you need to know is you can't miss out on what's meant for you. So whoever and whatever is meant for you in your life, whether it's a person or a situation, you can't miss out on it. You'll be guided to it and they'll be guided to you. So if you're kind of upset about something or wondering why something has happened, just recognise that you can't miss out on who is meant for you. You learn lessons sometimes through a person. Sometimes we release them and then they come back at a later time, or someone new will come in. But it says giving but not getting back, and you may feel that way right now. So you may feel you're giving to someone or giving to something, but you're not getting what you want back. So you need to surrender this to God and let this go. And it says trim down lifestyle for a while. So you may also want to make things easier for you by simplifying your life, or not taking things too seriously, or relaxing. So I feel that you may even need to, prune your tree in a little bit. God will prune your tree for you, but get rid of things that don't serve you to start again. I hope that helps, okay? Shavira, I'm on your question now, honey. Just moving down from our suite. Patience, please. So Shavira says, can I get a message from my DM and for me feeling sad? So the same, patience, please. I feel that's what you need to work on, because you may be feeling a little bit impatient about things moving forward. So you've got 3 crystals. The first one is malachite, which is really beautiful. I've got my piece of malachite here. So malachite may be a crystal you want to work with right now. And there is prosperity coming in. It says there's a positive shift in your flow of divine support. So you're feeling sad, you're wondering what's going on, but there is a positive shift coming in. And this positive shift is going to bring to you what you desire, okay? So you've got emerald, and I feel Archangel Raphael is bringing healing in, helping you to feel physically healed, helping you to feel physically better. And I feel that's also why you're connecting with malachite. Like Nina says, malachite brings healing. So we've got ceremonies and celebrations coming up. So there may be something coming up for you to actually put your attention into. So you may be there may be a birthday or an event coming up, like some kind of celebration or ceremony that you can perhaps go to or be a part of, that's going to, bring some good times in. So this could even be like a special occasion, like maybe you've been invited to a wedding or you go to an occasion. It says it's a time of important life passages, such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, or anniversaries. Now, if you're not experiencing this directly, this could be something your person is going through. Okay, so it feels like there's some event ahead that you can actually pay attention to, that they are dealing with, that may bring some realizations in for them. But I'm actually connecting with you that you may have something coming up that you can look forward to. And you've got rhodochrosite as well. Be gentle with yourself at this time, especially if you're feeling sad. Have compassion for yourself. Be kind and loving and gentle to yourself, and take your time. So you've been through a lot and you need time to heal and recover. And this may well be a time of healing in your connection right now, especially with Archangel Raphael coming through, because there needs to be a time to rest and recover and rejuvenate and restore your energy. So there could be a silent time or a separation because it's a healing. So what he's saying is, I know you can't see or hear what's going on with me, and that may be making you sad. But he's saying, but believe me, so much is going on. So in other words, he's saying, I'm healing. I'm going through things. I'm changing. I'm transforming. So I feel you've just got to have faith right now that whatever is going on with your DM is happening for a reason, and what's going on with you is happening for a reason. So be very gentle with yourself at this time. Get involved in ceremonies and in celebrations. Ceremonies can even be things like going to church or going to, some kind of religious thing you're doing or some kind of spiritual practice. And focus on self-love and self-care and service, and then prosperity will come in. I hope that helps, okay? So your DM is busy, he's got things going on that can cause stress, pressure, tiredness, moodiness, and you may be picking up on all that energy. Laurie Wu, thank you for the donation. Message from Orlando and the angels and what's in store for July the 4th. So what does Orlando want to say to you? Flew out, okay? He's saying to you, never feel alone. So I feel what you need to know right now in this moment is that you're never alone. And you're not, you know yourself, you're not alone because you have angels around you. He lives in you. You know, you have this amazing community here. So you are, you know, you're surrounded by help. So never feel alone. What he's saying is, I'm with you every step of the way, even though I'm not physically there with you. So even though he's not there physically right now, and they give me fear, and you may be experiencing some fear around that, he is right there with you. A lot of fear around that, okay? He's right there with you. So yeah, you're going to reconcile anyway, and it's going to feel like harmonious, like a honeymoon. So he's going to reconcile with you. So it says someone from your past is returning to your life. Now, this could well be him, or it could be someone else. Okay, so be open-minded about this. But because we're connecting with him directly, it feels like this July the 4th energy is opening the door for you to spend time together or reconnect. And it's going to feel lovely. And it says, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Now, this is a holiday for some. July the 4th. I'm not sure if it's a holiday for you or not. I'm not sure where you are in the world. I'm sure you've told me 100 times, but you know, you've got to remember these things go out of my mind. It's not that I forget, you know, it's just that when I'm channeling, everything's different. But this holiday, it's a holiday for some. Or there may be a holiday coming up where you can spend time together. And when I say holiday, I don't necessarily mean, right, you're going to both pack your bags and go somewhere together. There may be some time off work, or there may be a holiday time ahead where you're connecting with him in some way. So I feel that there's no need for you to worry about this at all. Okay, so there's a reconciliation coming in, moving towards honeymoon or blissful period. And we've got balance, so it's going to feel more balanced. Okay, so there needs to be a healthy balance of physical, emotional, and spiritual intimacy for the relationship to be sustainable. And this is what you need to remember. So this is what you'll both be working on in some way to bring the balance in. So, in other words, so you're able to be physical with each other, emotional with each other, and spiritual, you know what I mean? So it's about all of that. So it's about connecting with the need for it to be balanced. So balance your own energy right now, have faith, and when you come back together, it will shift. I hope that helps, okay? Palami, thank you for the donation, and your character's on their way. Okay, so obviously I sent you the tracking, because what they said was I couldn't send a complete tracking to you there, but I have had a sign thing. So you will be able to track the number, which is really good, okay? And Angela is so excited for you to meet your baby because, honestly, your baby is the cutest baby ever, okay? So Palami says, let me find your question. Where is your question? Palami, where's your question? There you are. Any messages from Rajipa's true feelings? Currently in a blocked situation, no contact. Will the situation improve? So, and remember, you know, he's dealing with his stuff. So try not to worry too much about it. Breathe through it and know that you are safe. So what's going on with him right now? And this is your friend, right, that had the accident, not your twin. So we've got the Knight of Wands. There is going to be a shift here. So I definitely feel what you need to be aware of is right now in his life, he's taking action. He's taking control of his life. And he feels like a little boy. Okay, so he's going through a lot of shifts in him. You know, it's like one day I feel he feels good, and then the next minute he's scared, he feels alone, he feels lost. And he's still finding his way out of this situation because he's becoming the Knight. So he's been like the Page for a while. The Page is like immature energy, like a boyish energy. Okay, so it's like what he's been through is kind of stripped into his core, and it's made him feel like a boy. Okay, in a way, like a scared boy. I don't know what to do. So that's what he's been going through. And now he's becoming the Knight again. So he's stepping from the Page into the Knight. So this is showing you that he's gone through a transformation. Okay, so since this has happened, he's been taken back to the innocence of himself, where he will have been very afraid and in a lot of pain and feeling like a child. But now he's starting to get his power back again. So he's starting to recognise, I can't sit around and wallow in self-pity. I've got to adjust things. So he's starting to adjust his life, okay? So he's starting to take control back. So I feel that this has been a transition period for him where he's wanted to talk to you, but he hasn't been able to because he hasn't felt mature enough, or he hasn't felt like he was in the right headspace. So he's been finding his power, okay? So that's which is understandable. So the guidance coming through for you, you've got 2 cards. You've got Aqua Aura, which means your prayers have been heard. So the angels know that you've been praying about this, and you've been sending him healing and sending him love, and you've been trying to sort this out. So the angels know. So Archangel Sandalphon is here saying to you, your prayers have been heard. So it's not like there's a block because the prayers haven't been heard. It's because there's a reason why you're being protected to bring in healthy communication in this relationship. And you've also got calcite, busy times and multitasking. So it's like he's very busy right now with multitasking, trying to do everyday things. And he's not really in the right frame of mind to have a healthy conversation with you. And that's what you're manifesting. So you're manifesting a healthy conversation where you can sort things out, clear the air, work things out. And he isn't there yet. So it may seem to you like he's busy. You know, he's got stuff going on. Or people may say, oh, he's busy, can't see, or whatever's going on. The angels are asking you to understand that he's working through this change so he can move from the page into the night. And when he's fully in this night energy, that's when you're going to connect, okay? So the angels want you to know that you will have a heart-to-heart conversation in the future, and it will be a healthy conversation, and it will sort things out. But it's not the right time. So let's bring in another card, okay? What else do you need to know? So we've got you are enough. And this is what you've been learning through this whole situation, that you are enough. So that you don't blame yourself or think it's your fault, because everyone has free will. Says the person you're meant to be with will love you the way you are. You don't need to change. And I feel also that he's been going through fears around the fact that he feels he's changed. And he's been working on his self-worth issues, realising he's enough. And obviously you will love him however he is, no matter what, okay? And open your eyes. It says, someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. So what I'm feeling with this is really, he started to realise things about himself he needed to change. So just have faith right now that he will come forward or you'll reconnect at the right time. I just don't feel it's the right time at this point. And that's why you've got Carrot coming to, you know, be your best friend. So when are you going to communicate, or when's it going to move forward? It will be during the morning on a holiday. Okay, so it could be during a specific holiday when you reconnect, okay, properly, or have this healthy conversation. And it could be during the morning. So the morning of a holiday. So a holiday could be when you're on holiday or when he's on holiday, or it could be an event, like a specific holiday. Like we think of holidays like the 4th of July today is a holiday in America, or you've got like a holiday like Thanksgiving or Christmas time. So I feel it's going to happen around a holiday period, okay, and it will happen during the morning. Okay, so I don't feel you need to worry about this as much as you are. You've got to let it go. You've got to forgive yourself and be at peace. I hope that helps, okay? Priyanka, thank you for the donation. Hi Liz, when will Vivek give marriage or commitment to me? Any angel message on the timeline, okay? So when are you going to get married? So first got out is you've got to stop obsessing. If you stop obsessing about this, wanting marriage, wanting things to happen, that's when it will move forward. But you're creating a block in your own timeline because you're obsessing over it, okay? You've got September and divine timing is at play. So it feels like something's going to happen around September. Now, I don't necessarily feel you're going to get married in this September. You may get married in a September, so it could be next September or the September after that. So it could well be a September wedding. Okay, but what I'm feeling is if you stop obsessing by September and understand that divine timing is at play, which means it will happen at the right time, then things will start feeling much better in your connection. Things will start moving forward. So you need to stop obsessing about it. And I feel if you do that, there's going to be a positive shift in September. So I'm not feeling you're going to get married this September, but there's going to be a positive shift in September. And that may well be why you choose September as a time to get married. So I feel this could be September in the future. I'm not seeing it as this year you're going to get married. It could be next year or the year after that, during September. But I feel by September you'll have stopped obsessing and recognised that divine timing is at play. I hope that helps, okay? Divine Soul, thank you for the donation. And a big thank you to my moderators for looking after the chat for me. It is quite funny what people say, don't you think? You have to laugh at. They must be out going through some very strange things inside themselves to even put those comments on there. So just find it very funny, you know. Sending love and blessings and light to everyone who needs it. So Divine Soul, thank you for the donation. Hi Liz, messages and thoughts from my twin. What does he want to tell me after meeting me physically? Okay, so what does he want you to know after meeting you physically? Yeah, Rob, they get triggered. It's funny, really. So you're going to move towards engagement. Now, engagement is with two things I've got coming through. First of all, wanting to engage with you. So he wants to engage with you physically. So since you've met physically, he wants to have more of that. He wants to engage with you. So engaging could be making love, talking, being around each other, but also engagement is about commitment. So it's leading to a commitment in the future. So as your love life is soon, which means you're going to have another interaction soon, it's ascending to a high level of commitment. So you're going to feel that. So he may well be wanting to, just show up more for you or be more in with you. You know, it's going to feel like it's ascending, something is happening. But it's definitely moving in the right direction. They give me a little block there, even though he may not be communicating at this point. To be in the present moment and let go of deep regret is very challenging for me. So he does regret certain things he's done, and he finds it hard to just be in the present moment, and that's something he's working on. So the message for you is to be in the present moment and to let go of any fear or stress or anxiety about how this is going to move forward. But I definitely feel that you're going to be engaging more and it's leading to commitment. I hope that helps, okay? And Donna, thank you for the donation. Hi Liz, are there any messages from Mark today? So what does Mark want to say to you today? What does Mark want to say? You saved my life. And that's really how he feels, you know, that you saved him in some way, that you woke him up, that you made him feel things he'd never felt, that you rescued him from a life that was just eat, sleep, repeat. You were the only one that's ever made me feel that way. That's what he wants you to know as well. But you're the only one that's ever listened to me and knows who I truly am. So what he's saying is you're the only one who gets me. You're the only one who really sees me, who knows me. You're the one who understands me better than anyone else, and that saved me. So it's like he's thanking you for being in his life. What else do you need to know? Getting to know each other. So there's a time coming where you're going to get to know each other. You know, you're going to spend time together. You're going to be with each other. It's going to be beautiful. So as you, and again, he's saying, remember that you see the true him. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So your bond is going to get deeper and deeper. And that's the way it is with twins, as you know. You know, it gets deeper and deeper. With karmic situations, it gets less and less. With twin souls, it gets more and more. So he's saying, I go where I want, when I want. So I feel this is you really knowing that you've got your power right now, because this is a feminine card. And I feel this does also trigger him because he knows that you have the freedom to go where you want to go and do what you want to do. So yes, you may have certain obligations in your own life, or, you know, you may have things you've got to do, responsibilities, but you can go where you want to go when you want to go there and do what you want when you want. And that is very inspiring to him, but it's also triggering to him because he doesn't want you moving on, or, you know, he gets afraid of your freedom in a way. They give me fear that, yeah, it brings fear up, saying, oh, you could go and meet someone, or you could go and have fun, or you could go and do this or that without me, and that causes him a bit of pain. He actually said this to me last night, well, there you go. And I call on my angels when I need them, and that's why you are the way you are, because when you go into your own fear, or you go through pain, what do? You don't sit around wallowing anymore. You may have done that years ago, but now you call on your angels and you say, I know I need support, or I know I need to feel strength, or I know I need to feel gratitude, or whatever it is you need. The angels help you to have that. So that's what you need to know. I hope that helps, okay? Divine Soul, thank you for the donation. What blocks are in my business or growth? Angel guidance. So what's the angel guidance for you? So we've got rhodochrosite coming through. You've got to be gentle with yourself. So you may be trying to have things too soon, or you may be expecting things too much, or you may have these high expectations that are actually causing a block. Or you may be, perhaps thinking something's wrong when it isn't. Okay, you got this card flew out as well. So be gentle with yourself. It says you've been through a lot and you need time to heal and recover. Okay, so you may have been through a lot with this business, or this business may have been through a lot, and it just needs time to heal and recover. So I feel when I'm connected with that heal and recover, it's like it will heal and recover, it will thrive. And so will you, but you may have, they're giving me the word outdated expectations. And I don't know why they're giving me those words, like something's outdated and maybe it needs to be revamped in some way. But you may have outdated expectations. This could be to do with programming, conditioning, society, family, that kind of thing. So I feel you need to perhaps update something, and that could even be to do with social media, or maybe your business is updating in some way. But we've got emerald as well. So there's a lot of healing around this. Now this could be a healing business. Business that's healing orientated, or there's healing coming into the business, which is really what I'm feeling. So, and again, we've got ceremonies and celebration here. It says it's a time of important life passages, such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, or anniversaries. Now, this could be connected with your business in some way, but it feels more like there's going to be a celebration ahead. You'll celebrate this business, or putting it out there in some way. So a block could be that it's outdated in some way, it needs updating. Now that could be social media, it could be a website, it could be just updating other things, or it could be you looking at this differently. But I do feel there's going to be a healing and a recovery. I hope that helps, okay? We've got Stella, thank you for the donation. Hi Liz, message from angels and DM, please, I miss him. So what's the message from your angels right now? They're giving me the word sunrise. It's not here, but they're giving me the word sunrise. So you may need to watch a sunrise. Maybe that's what you're going to do together at some point, or maybe you already did do that. But it's about every day the sunrise is being grateful. But you may actually want to go and watch a sunrise. Maybe that's something you think of doing with the full moon. We've got citrine and we've got charite. I can never say that. Charite, however you say that. But I'm really connected with the purple in this. Like, what you need to know is, whatever's going on, you're on the right path. Because whatever these cards are, I'm sensing Archangel Jeremiah around you. And Jeremiah is the angel of life with you. So he's kind of saying you're on the right path right now. And we've got the beautiful Nana in the house who will tell you what charite is, okay? Because she's a crystal woman. We're into crystals, okay? So this crystal, Sharoite. So I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. But that one, obviously citrine, I love citrine. I mean, I connect with citrine a lot. Citrine is very good for finances and attracting wealth in and feeling strong. And this message says unnecessary worry. So whenever you're going through right now, there's unnecessary worry. It says release the burden of worry by giving them to God for healing and solutions. And it feels like as well, your twin is going through unnecessary worry. So they may be worrying about something they don't need to. And that's causing a block or a problem. And my twin does that too. So, and I love that you've got the peace in it, got the dove, because the dove is actually a symbol of union as well. It's not showing up a lot right now because there's still things being healed, but it is there. So that's another sign of moving towards the light. And we've got charite or charite, however it's said, spiritual protection. But you may want to use some amethyst because, it will do the same thing. It says you've been watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. So remember, whenever there's a delay or a block, it's always protection. There's a protection. So what does your masculine want you to know? So he's saying, please trust that in this silence or in this separation or in this quiet time, I am doing the inner work the same as you. So there's a lot of healing taking place right now during this silence or at this time. He's saying, never feel alone. So you may feel alone right now and you're not, okay? I'm with you every step of the way, even though I'm not physically there with you. So even though he's not physically there, he feels you, he's connecting with you. And he's saying not speaking to you and not being able to be physically with you gets more and more of a struggle every day. So he's struggling with not being physically with you. They're giving me heart chakra activation as well. heart palpitations. Because again, this unnecessary worry causes stress. You need to breathe. You may even need to, or want to, you don't need to do anything. You may want to use rose quartz because that can also bring a healing in for the heart space. But they're giving me breath, but you need to breathe, especially if you start feeling any stress or anxiety or panic. I hope that helps, okay? Divine Soul, thank you for gifting a membership, honey, to Scotty Fox. It means so much there. And obviously we have no control over who the memberships go to. You know, YouTube randomly picks someone out the chat. So I'm sure that whomever's been picked will need some guidance in some way, or it will help in some way, even if they don't think it at the time. So SS, thank you for the donation. Hi Liz, what's my twin going through with his karmic? What's the guidance for our union? So what's his karmic struggle right now? What's his karmic struggle? He wants to feel free. So he doesn't feel free in that situation or in that connection. He doesn't feel free. And he knows he needs to break free anyway. So he'll need to break free to be within you in union. But he doesn't feel free. And there's nothing worse than that, because we feel controlled. We feel pressured. And I feel that with you, he feels free. So that's one thing he definitely does know. I'm leaving you because it's what's best for everyone. So he is going to leave that person because it's best for everyone. So whether there's other people involved, kids or other people, he knows it's best for everyone. He knows it's best for you, it's best for him, it's best for the karmic partner and anyone else involved. So he knows he's doing that. I am leaving. Okay, whether he does it today or in a few months' time or whenever he does it, that's another thing. But he is leaving, okay, and that's for you to know. He wants to travel, so he wants to leave because he wants to be free and he wants to travel and he wants to do these things with you. So you may have talked about travel, or he may want to travel to you, okay, but he wants to do these things and he doesn't feel he can. We used to work, but now we don't. So he's saying he did used to work with this person, but now we don't. It doesn't. So maybe they've had a work relationship too. So it could also be, obviously, partners work together. So, you know, in a real love relationship, they work together as a team. And he may feel like that used to happen, but now it doesn't. Okay? Or maybe they used to work together, but now they don't. Or, you know, it's like something has definitely shifted. So he's well aware that that connection is not where he's meant to be. Okay? And he may have realised that from meeting you or even before you. Okay, so what he's saying to you is, I feel this urgency to reach out to you. So he definitely does want you and he wants to reach out to you, and you're going to feel that in your body. And he's saying, my prayers were answered when you came into my life. I just wasn't expecting it to be at that time. And that could well be because of the karmic situation. So just know that he wants to release the karmic situation and then pursue you. So he wants to do it right. I hope that helps, okay? Naina, thank you for the donation, honey, and thank you for all your advice in the chat with everyone today as well, helping people with crystals. And it's great, you know, when we've got moderators helping, other people helping too, because obviously, you know, where are you actually? You're not a moderator. Let me, in this one, you are on your other channel. Let me just make you a mod on this one. Hang on a minute. There we go. So you're a moderator on there too. Because obviously it's nice when everyone's helping everyone with other things that you may feel or you may know. So you're a moderator on both now. So hi Liz, the career opportunity arrived internally. Any message about that? Okay. So what's the message about your this opportunity? 7 of Wands, fight for it if you want it, okay? It says, hold your ground, diligent work. And it says, I can't even see what it says. It says, big ego, seeing the other side. Okay, but I'm not really connecting with that. I mean, I don't really, you know, I channel these intuitively. You holding your ground. You know, if you want to go for this and reconnect to it, because it just buffered for you, but it reconnects. It says you're live. Usually it says reconnecting your life, but now it says you're live. So you're live. You may feel live for this. So, and again, this is July 7. Okay, so this may even be something you've been manifesting or wanting, and it's come through. So hold your ground, it's diligent work. That's the message about that, okay? Let me pull you a crystal as well, or a few coming out. So the first one is, we've got Azurite, deep emotional healing. So it feels like there is a healing. This may have even brought in a healing. Okay, maybe you feel a bit more healed today because you've received this offer, or you feel more relaxed about it. says your heart is ready to heal from past experiences and you're willing to devote time and energy towards therapeutic care. There you go. Yeah, so now you're kind of perhaps thinking, okay, now that's in the bag. Now I can work on therapy. So in other words, therapeutic care is your channel or doing other things. We've got coming through Moonstone, heightened intuition. Well, that's absolutely true because you are an intuitive and you will be feeling more intuitive now that, this is perhaps lighting the load a little bit, but also we've got the full moon coming up. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it's trustworthy. So maybe this is even helping you to recognise, hang on, what was I worrying about? What was I worrying about? The intuition was there all along. Okay, because I do feel this is what you're learning, to surrender more. And you've got the titanium rainbow quartz. It's like you're being reminded that the rainbow is protection, that you are being protected by heaven, and that you are multifaceted. And that there are many layers and dimensions to this situation or to the person you're asking about. Well, obviously you're asking about Sasheen. So layers are being released out of it. So how is he doing? Okay, so we've got, it's hard for me to be around you right now because of my responsibility. So he knows he's got to take responsibility for his circumstances and his situation first. So he's saying, I want to deal with that first. And I feel guilt over my situation. So this is what he's still dealing with, guilt. Feeling guilty. Guilt over his situation because he stayed in that for so long. Or he seemed to, I know he wasn't in spiritual truth, but he seemed to put you last and everything else first. So he still feels guilt over that. He may feel guilt over leaving that situation. So he's dealing with that right now, which is his responsibility. But there's many, many layers to it. And that's what you're recognising more and more by doing your own intuitive work, okay? So I need to make it right. So he knows he wants to make it right, all the things he regrets doing with you. So again, it's his chance and his choice and his need. I need. Which means you don't need to do it. He does. I need. And I know it's hard because you've got to let go of the control. But he's saying, I need to make it right. I need to take responsibility. I need to do it. And your job is to surrender and detach and let go. I hope that helps, okay? Right, I'm just going to nip the bathroom, guys. So Angela's going to look after the chat for me because I've been on for nearly 2 hours. So give me a second, okay? And she's cute again. Well, that's better. Let me just have a drink now. Got some room now for a drinking. Okay. Thank you for bearing with me, guys. Angela's sending everyone lots of kisses. Oh, okay. Let me just make sure I haven't had any emails as well. Bear with me a second, because sometimes people email me during a live as well. I just have to make sure that, nothing else has come through. There we go. Okay, so we've got Sophia E. Thank you for being here, honey. trying to detach but feeling A's energy the past few days. The reason why you're feeling his energy is because you've been detaching. So when you take a step back, he takes a step forward energetically. So what you've been experiencing is the fact that he is sensing that you're taking that step back. And that's a good thing, okay? So what's going on with A? What's going on with A? What's going on with A? They're giving me a little bit of fear. So I feel he's releasing fear. I want to call you. There you go. Because you've taken the step back. You're detaching. He wants to actually do something. So he said, I want to call you. So this is what he wants to do. Is he going to do it though? That's his intention or his feeling or his emotion. He wants to do that. So is he actually going to do it? Is he going to call you then? Seven of Pentacles, it's something that's been created. It could well happen during July, but he is wanting to communicate. Okay, so this may even be something you've been manifesting in the past, and now you've surrendered and give it to God and let go. So you may have even been wanting this to happen for a long, long time. Something you've been working on, then suddenly you've started detaching, and all of a sudden, boom, it's coming in. So I definitely feel that this is going to manifest at some point. Now, it could happen in July. Okay, it could happen over the next 7 days. It could happen on the 7th, which is Monday. But I feel you've just got to be at peace with this happening because you're surrendering. You don't want to start panicking again, thinking, oh, what's he doing? Because you'll push him away with your energy. So just keep doing what you're doing, and then he's going to call you or message you or reach out in some way. I hope that helps, okay? Big thank you to everyone who's in the house. I'm sending you lots of love. Hey, Joanne, thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome. Thank you to everyone who's hit the thumbs up button as well for me. So I'm not ignoring anyone. I just kind of get involved in what I'm doing. So I am really grateful to have everyone here. So we're going to do Jacinta. Thank you for the donation. Hi, Liz. We're at the hospital right now to meet the doctor with all the reports. Pray all goes well. So sending lots of prayers for your mum. Okay, because I think it's for your mum. So if everyone can kind of put prayers or hearts in the chat and send healing and love and support to Jacinta's mum, please. So thank you so much for your prayers. You've been there for me. It's been a lot. And, you know, you're there for your mum. But you also need someone to be there for you. Because, you know, the thing is, people might say, how was your mum? And you might think, well, what about me? How am I doing? So let's bring in a message for you from Archangel Raphael. So what's going on with your mum? Well, what do we need to know? Relax, there's nothing to worry about. Look at that, relax. Archangel Raphael is saying to you right now, you need to relax because there's nothing to worry about. And the thing is, even if something happens and you think, well, there is something to worry about because of this, this, or this, there's nothing to worry about because you have angels with you. Okay? We've got have a nice, refreshing, long walk. So you may need to do this after. Okay, so obviously you've spent time at the hospital. Hospitals can be very draining. Okay, I know what it was like when my mum, was in hospital. She was in hospital when my mum had cancer. She was in hospital for like 9 months. I'm not even joking. Okay, so I was at the hospital constantly. Okay, she was in intensive care. Then she got moved to a ward, and then she just stayed in hospital for like 9 months. And I was there pretty much every single day, plus working. I was there for as soon as like I could be there in the morning, I'd be there. Then I'd go to work. And then I'd go back, like they let me go in whenever I wanted to because she got like her own private room in there. So, you know, and I know what it was like. It was very draining. So this is for you. You know, you need to relax yourself and know there's nothing to worry about. Go for a nice, long, refreshing walk when you can because that will cleanse your vibration. And there is healing happening here, whatever's going on, okay? So Archangel Raphael is saying, yes, there is healing. Whatever's happening, there is healing, and there's healing for you too. I hope that helps, okay? But honestly, I know how draining it can be going to hospitals and, you know, just the environment because there's a lot of pain in hospitals too and hurt and stress. So you have to make sure you're cleansing your energy. Okay, just bear with me. I've got him. Since I've been in the toilet, I needed to put some water on my hair and I didn't. And it's just flying everywhere. It's static because I've moved around. There we go, okay. So next question we're doing is for Mariana, okay? I don't know why that's all going like that, okay? The Joys are wearing synthetic wigs, okay? That you use a bit of static and the hair starts flying everywhere. I feel it all around my face. I feel like someone's dealing with static electricity. So someone may be going through it. Maybe you're finding that, if you have electric shock, someone's watching, you find that your hair's standing on end, or you're having electric shocks, or there's static going on. That's definitely connected with power, okay? So Mariana, great to see you. Thank you for the donation. M's hidden thoughts and feelings, okay? So what's his hidden thought and feeling? I feel it's just that one, okay? He said, I have the inner, this is inner standing, which means the inner understanding. I have the inner understanding that rejecting you is me rejecting myself. Okay, so if you feel like he's rejecting you in any way, I've got static coming in my wig here. If you feel he's rejecting you in any way, he isn't, he's rejecting himself. And this is what you have to remember. If they aren't giving to you, it's because they're not giving to themselves. Okay, so if you feel he's rejecting you in any way, shape or form, he isn't. He's just rejecting that part of himself. So we've got reaching your goal. Everything you want from this connection will manifest in the near future. So whenever you want in this connection, it will manifest. It will happen. You just have to have faith in that. Maybe you're trying to move things forward a bit quicker than they're meant to. So what he's saying to you is, it destroys me that I've destroyed our love. So his deep thoughts and feelings, what's hidden is he feels he's destroyed this, or he's destroying this in some way by pushing you away or rejecting you in some way, when really he's rejecting himself. So let's see what the guidance is for you, okay? So what's the guidance for you? It flew out. I forgive you. Okay, so forgive him for whatever he's done, whether you need to forgive him in person, through a message, or just through the energy, forgive him. And also forgive yourself. And this has made you stronger. So everything happens for a reason. Every single person we experience gives us strength in some way, or gives us a life lesson in some way. And this will make you stronger, and it already has. So remember that. Remember your own power, okay? So let me pull you a card from this deck. What else do you need to know? Sapphire, easy does it. Take your time. Again, there's no need to rush this forward or make anything happen. Take your time, breathe. Says your health, happiness and abundance require a gentle approach to life and work. So have a gentle approach. Take it easy. Don't try and rush anything. Easy does it, one day at a time, one step at a time. I hope that helps, okay? Varsha, thank you for the donation. GD's feelings, what's he busy with and what's his next actions? So what's going on with GD? We've got the Ace of Cups. So he definitely is filling up his own cup right now to be able to fill your cup up. So he's working on self-love. So what he's busy with is actually being kinder to himself. And it feels like a new path is opening up for something. So let's see what else he's going through. He may also have like something going on at work. So he may have a new creative project or something he's working on that he's taking care of. So you're being protected at this time. He's frustrated about his life as well. So he's dealing with those frustrations. So if you're feeling impatient in any way, it's because he's feeling impatient too. Okay, so, but I do feel he could be frustrated about something to do with money as well, or his situation. So we've got beware of codependency and pay attention to the signs. So it's like all the signs are leading him to a new path or to do something differently, because he may be codependent in some way on someone or something in his life. So it says addictive behaviours are affecting your romantic life, and this addictive behaviour could be doing the same thing he's always done, or not allowing himself to love properly or freely. So the signs he's receiving are showing him that he needs to take a new approach, or open a new door or do something differently, and that's what he's trying to do. So it feels like since June he's been addressing his life, and he may have been having eye issues or even stomach issues because of this, because he's been looking at his life and processing what he needs to process, and he's frustrated about that. So I feel you just need to give him time to move forward in a new way. So what's he manifesting? Okay, what's he manifesting? We've got Two of Wands. Okay, and that Two of Wands is showing you there is progress here, because he has the power to shape his future. And he wants you to know that that's what he's working on, so he can actually be with you the right way. You've got the Two of Cups there. I cherish the bonds I form. So he does cherish what he has with you. And I feel that because you got 2-2, 2-2 and this 2-2-2-2, so 22-22 or 2-2-2, the angels are saying we're on this. There's divine intervention involved in this. But he does have a vision of being with you, and that's what he's working on. I hope that helps, okay? And we've got Rob. Thank you so much for being a member, honey. And it really does mean a lot with everything you're going through right now. So I hope you know I appreciate you, okay? So Rob says, guided by fire. Hi, Liz. Is there any message from Avery? Thank you. So what's going on with Avery in the silence right now? Let's see. I'm always receiving signs that I belong with you, just like you're always receiving signs that you belong with him. And one of those signs is 555. So he's saying, I keep seeing 555 and I want to be able to marry you, love you and give you the world. So he's going through changes to make that happen, and so are you. So I'm not surprised that you're going through all your changes, and he's got the 555 there because there is a lot of mirroring going on. He said, I had a huge realization that the only person that can fix me is myself. Isn't that powerful? And that's the absolute truth. And you know that too. And maybe you've been realizing these things too. So he's saying, I know that other people could help me. I know you could help me, but I have to fix me. And that's been a huge realization for him. And I feel it's like giving him a real kick up the ass, like he's been wallowing in self-pity. And then he's like, no one's going to help me. I've got to help myself. And he's saying, your angelic touch. So again, he sees you like this angel, someone who's assisting him. Your angelic touch awakens parts of me that I didn't know were there. And again, this is like the 5D intimacy that you share as well. It makes him feel things he's never felt and vice versa. So a lot of power there. So what's the guidance for you right now? What's the guidance for you right now? Ruby, love this because this is also July's birthstone. So this is in July where we are. Bless your heart. It says, reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. So what I feel is you're connecting in the 5D. You're reaching out to each other for emotional and spiritual support or physical support. So he knows he's got to fix himself, but you're there to support him through the energy and vice versa because he's there for you and you're going through everything too. So reach out for emotional and spiritual support. Well, obviously you're doing that right now by having a reading, but you also know that you can talk to your angels and there may be other people you can connect with too, and that will mend your heart. And when you come together, you're going to feel like your heart is mended, but you're already mending it now. I hope that helps, okay? Katie, great to see you. Thank you for the donation, honey. Any message from my DM? He did reach out to me and he's been flirting with me, if you know what I mean. I absolutely know what you mean. So what's he going through? What does he want to say to you? What's on his mind? You're not going crazy. I am making passionate love to you. So he's saying you're not going crazy. I am sending this energy to you and it is real and I do feel it. So it's powerful that card's come up out of that depth because he wants you to know that he is thinking about you in this way and he is fantasizing about you and dreaming about you. And he's saying, you took me somewhere I've never been before and I want to stay there. So, in this fantasy he's had of you, you've gone somewhere, you've took him somewhere in his mind, it's like his body. So I'm really feeling this is like 5D interaction, astral dreams, feeling all this chemistry, you've took me somewhere, you've done something to me. Because again, when you make love to someone, it's very intense and you take them to a different place, for that moment, when things happen. So I definitely feel that that's what he's suggesting or saying to you. So let's see what his karmic struggle is right now. Because obviously he's got this going on behind the scenes. So what's the karmic struggle that he's going through? We like doing different things. So he's not even really spending any time with that person. They're doing different things. It really is the end of the end. I come to bed late to avoid you. So he's also either sleeping on the sofa or he's just going to bed late to avoid that person, or that's what he's not really, he wants you to know there's nothing going on there because that's why his energy is all into you. So what's he manifesting or what's he doing? What do you need to know? Okay, we've got the Four of Cups. Well, this is the Five of Cups, but they give me the Four of Cups because the Four of Cups is frustration as well, misery. So I feel he's frustrated with his situation. He's miserable where he is. He's saying, I learned from my losses. So he definitely knows he's got to cut his losses there. He's miserable there, he really is. And he's connecting with you. You coming up here as two queens. Now, obviously, this is also a huge sign of a choice. But it's never a choice between you and that person, remember. It's always him choosing himself. But there is two women here in his life. There's you and this other person. But what I'm seeing is, what you've got to remember is, one provides perhaps stability, you know, the material stuff, all the things he's used to, and then there's you. And you are everything to him. It's like that person does tick a couple of boxes, but you tick them all. So you're coming up as the Queen of Wands. Your confidence and warmth radiates from you, and he's just drawn to you like a moth to a flame. He also does see you as someone very strong and independent, but he's also afraid of hurting this person because obviously this person's been there through certain things. You know, they've got certain things together. So, but he wants you to know that it's like he's caring for this because, or he's giving to this because it's where the abundance is. It's where his life is, if that makes sense. So it was like he wants you to know that when he sees a life with you, he sees everything with you. When he looks at her, he doesn't see it that way. So that's why he's struggling with leaving. That's what you need to know. So understand that. Oh, my chat just moved. Bear with me a second. There I am, okay. Let me just make sure I'm in the right place. Yeah, there I am. So understand this. Don't get triggered by this person or think this person's better than you or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is totally different energy. Okay, this is about material stuff. You're the wand. You're the one that he wants to use his wand on, if that makes sense. So let me bring you one more card in for you. What else do you need to know? Yeah, you know you're going to be okay. Okay, and he knows he's going to be okay. And what I'm really sensing with this is, it's like you've got to a place in your mind where you're okay. You know, I did that video not long ago, be okay with being okay. But what I'm sensing from him is, when he looks at this person he's with in his life, he's saying, I was okay before you and I'll be okay again. And I feel like that's what he wants her to know, that she'll be okay because she was okay before him and she'll be okay again. So it's just about actually doing it. It's just creating that karmic end. It's like saying the words that he's finding hard. So yeah, we got the lovers there. That's the choice again. But it's the fact that you're the one he wants. Okay, and there is mutual caring and attraction for that person, but it's not love. It's not in love. It's like a friendship or, you know, something that's like brother and sister. It's like something that's just, you know, normal. And it's like an old shoe. Okay, that's the message. I hope that helps, okay? You're the Manola Blahnik, and she's like the dusty old shoe in the corner. Okay, that's what's coming. I know it's an awful thing to say, but that's the truth, okay? Michelle, thank you for the donation. Let me just make sure I'm on the right page there. There we go. Hi Liz, can I get any message from my DM Mohammed? So what's going on with Mohammed today? What does Mohammed want you to know? So Mohammed is saying to you, you've done nothing wrong. So remember, it's not your fault. You've done nothing wrong. Forgive yourself. Don't take anything personally, okay? I wasn't ready to face it. Forgive me. So he's saying it wasn't your fault. You've done nothing wrong. I just wasn't ready to face it all. I just wasn't ready to deal with it all. That's all it is. And I need to forgive myself for that. So he's working through this regret where he's regretting the fact that he wasn't ready for you. And he doesn't need to forgive himself for that or feel bad about that because he just wasn't ready. Just the timing was off. That was all. He said, I want you back. He does want you back and he wants to make it right. And he's saying, why the hell did I do that? Why wasn't I ready? But he was the way he was. There's nothing he can do about it. He's got to heal himself. So he's trying to forgive himself for not being ready for you. If he's made you feel like he didn't care about you or you weren't good enough or anything like that. So he's saying, I'm learning to feel safe and trust in myself. So this is what he's doing. He's got to trust himself. So he does trust you, but obviously he doesn't trust himself because he's run and he wanted to be in and then he run from you. He said, I love you and miss you so much it hurts. So it is hurting him not being with you. I know loving me has caused you confusion and has broken you into a million pieces. So he's apologising for hurting you and breaking you into a million pieces. But remember, those pieces get rebuilt to strength. And he said, I walked away because at the time, I wasn't ready to face it. But he said, at the time, I thought it was the best decision for you. He thought he was protecting you. So he's going to come back in and tell you all this in time. Okay, I hope that helps. Next question we need is for Divine Soul. Says, what's going on in my twin's life is messages for me. So thank you for your donation, honey. I'm looking for the distraction oracle. Hang on a minute. There it is. So what's going on in his life? Straight out, okay? So the first card we've got coming through is knitting. So it's taking time because it needs to be right, or it needs to happen at the right time. Okay, so the knitting there, doesn't necessarily mean he's knitting. Okay, it means he's knitting things back together, or things are going to be knitted together in time. So he's taking the time to do things right. So that's why it's taking time. And that's the main message. It's in divine timing. Now we've got gaming, caving, eating, and rebellion. So what it feels like really is rebelling against things. He's trying to rebel against things in his life. So he wants to do things differently. And he may well be seeking attention. So he could be posting on social media or doing things to get attention. He may not be feeling seen where he is, or he may not be feeling loved where he is. So he's rebelling against things. So he may be acting moody or arguing or creating drama where he is because he just needs attention. And really it's a cry for help because he desires more. So he may be eating more, overeating or overindulging in things. So he could be drinking alcohol, or feel this is more like eating food because he's trying to fill up a void that he has in his heart, which is you, or a void in his soul. So he's got to go deep within himself. So the caving element is going into that cave like the hermit. So if he's quiet, he's caving, he's gone within. Okay, he's trying to understand himself better, he's working things out. Because really he's craving companionship. And he may be online, he could be gaming online, but he could be spending time on social media because he's craving companionship. And obviously he's craving that with you, but he's looking for like-minded beings. You know, he needs attention. What's going on with him in his life is he doesn't feel loved. And you love him, but where he is in his life, in his physical reality, he does not feel loved and he's craving love. And that's what he's working out. Something has to change because I want love. I'm craving love. I need love. I'm desperate for love. And obviously he's got to love himself first, but he wants your love. So what's his message for you? What's his message for you? They're saying just love me, because that's really what he wants. I'm still working it out, give me time. That's why the main message was about it being knitted back together. So you may see people knitting things. Okay, so I'm still working it out. You need to give me time. I hope that helps, okay? Jennifer, thank you for the donation. What is my DM learning right now? And what do I need to overcome to manifest my union with Jay? Okay, so he's reminded of you constantly. First thing you need to know right now is that it's not you. Okay, saying it's not you, it's me. I do love you. So he does love you. He is in love with you. It's not you. So you can't make anything happen. You can't rush anything forward. You just have to kind of surrender, give it to God, shine your light, do you, and trust in the process of the journey. And that really is what moves things forward. It always creates blocks and problems when we're trying to make things happen, or we're trying to initiate, or overthinking everything. So he's saying, it's not you, it's me, I love you. Your voice, accent, smell, and name pops up everywhere in my life, so how can I forget you? So he's learning through the reminders. Okay, he's being reminded of you everywhere he goes, everywhere anything he does, he's reminded of you. So he could perhaps go into a supermarket and the person who serves him has got a name tag on with your name. Or maybe they wear their hair like you, or they smell like you, or, there's something about you. So you're being reminded of each other, but he is being reminded of you constantly. So what's he learning? Okay, let's bring a dark truth to light in. What's he learning? Third eye activation is learning to see things clearer. And obviously he's being shown signs about you so he can see through his physical world. So he's saying to you, things are making so much sense now as I'm seeing everything in a brand new way. You evoke my eyes to the truth of who I am and the potential inside of me. And for that, I'm very grateful. We are both sharing visions and dreams of each other, of our future. And we are both seeing signs. There it is. We've both seen signs, synchronicities, and symbols about each other and our love. So he's saying your voice, accent, smell, name pop up everywhere. So he's being reminded of you everywhere through all these signs and synchronicities, and that's opening him up. So all you need to do to manifest union is to trust that he does love you, have faith in the process and be yourself, and just let things happen naturally. So let me pull you an angel card. So the crystal for you is lapis lazuli, which will assist with communication, because perhaps that's what you want, more communication, or you want to bring that back in. But there's also life-changing epiphanies or experiences happening right now. And obviously he's going to be seeing all these signs, which are life-changing. So it's a time of big and blessed change for you. So you may be seeing dragonflies, 555, and God is supporting you every step of the way. I hope that helps, okay? And Archangel Michael is with you, I feel. Divine Empathic, great to have you here, honey. Thank you for the donation. Good morning, Liz. Need to know for the weekend, and does N want to chance or change? So what's the guidance for you? We've got appetite. Now, over the weekend, first of all, you may find that you have more appetite. So you may be hungrier than usual, thirstier than usual, or you may find you've got more motivation than usual. You may have a big appetite for something you want to do. But obviously this is appetite crystal. So it says progress, not perfection. So you're going to see progress over the weekend. It may not be perfect, it may not be everything you want, but it is progress nevertheless. So the angels say, don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus upon how far you've come and all you've learned. So over the weekend, be very kind to yourself and very loving. And think about everything you've been through and everything you've done. And give yourself credit for that. Okay, so I feel like things are progressing in a very powerful way. So what does your DM want you to know? Does N want to take a chance? My favourite thoughts of each day always involve you. So he is thinking about you right now. So does he want to take a chance? Okay, too many cards. Okay, it went back in. I'm going to use a different deck. Let's bring in the Angel Guidance Tarot and we'll do a yes or a no. Does he want to take a chance? Does N want to take a chance? Yes, because he's coming up as the King of Cups. So he wants to take a chance by opening up to you and being vulnerable. You're opening your heart to love and giving love to others. Don't be afraid of getting hurt. Love like life is a gift. So I feel he wants to open up to you and be vulnerable with you. And the thing is, Mercury retrograde this time, which comes in, I think it's on the 18th and lasts until the 11th of August, is bringing in power so that we can speak our truth and be vulnerable. That's what you need to know, okay? Karina with a K, great to see you, honey. Thank you for the donation. I know it's a big festive weekend in the US. How is Mark and will he celebrate? Any message from him? Will he reach out this summer? I miss him so much. So what's he want you to know? And I'm going to connect with as well the Distraction Oracle to see what he's doing this weekend. So what's he doing this weekend? Okay, so first of all, he's saying to you, your light is my guide. So you're saying as you're going to reach out, you've got to shine your light. Shining that light is going to lead into you. Okay, and your light is my guide. So again, you being you helps him. He's saying, I'm dealing with my family situation. So again, this weekend, he could be spending time with family. He's saying, I'm dealing with this so I can be there for you. So he does want to be there for you. And you may feel like, I miss him. When's he ever going to be there for me? He's there for everyone else. When's he going to be there for me? But he's saying, I can be there for you. I just need to deal with this family situation first. And your light is my guide. So he may well be around family this weekend. We've got, Luke, karmic relationship. It says searching for you and others. So he is dealing with his karmic relationship this weekend. So don't get triggered if anything's posted or he's there with her because it's a karmic relationship. You know it is. And we've got needlework. So he says the desire to repair the connection and make it stronger. And this is with you. He has a desire to repair the connection with you, make it stronger. Even though it may seem in the physical world like he's repairing the connection with her or making that stronger, you know that's all illusion. Okay? Because I feel you could well see something that comes up about them and you're receiving a heads up now from the angels so it's not what you think it is. So you've got to see beyond the illusion. You deserve the world, and he knows that. So this is why it's worth waiting for. He can't rush in. He's got to achieve. I feel he's got to achieve something first. And I said this not long ago. It keeps sticking in my mind. There's something he's going to achieve, and then there'll be you and him. Okay? So you deserve the world. You deserve all of him when he's with you, not just parts of him. And you are a pioneer of truth, so you can get through whatever this is. So is he going to reach out to you this summer? I feel it will happen, but not the way you want. Like, it will happen in other ways. It's not. He's going to achieve something first, and then boom, you're in there. It's like it's all going to happen very quickly. Yeah, 9 of Cups in reverse. So he wants this with you, but it's delayed. That wish fulfillment, you deserving the world, your wish is fulfilled, is delayed, and the reason why is because it's not the right time. So the rewarding love and the commitment that you seek, even the new job and the promotion, all the things you seek, it's all delayed because it's in divine timing. So you've got to have faith in God's timing. I hope that helps, okay? Hope, thank you for the donation, honey. You've said thank you there, so I'm not sure if you are asking me a question or if you want anything answered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull you a card. Okay, so this is for the beautiful Hope. And you've given me a sign there because one of my guardian angels is called Hope. So that's really beautiful. So you've got rubellite coming through for your crystal. So passion and purpose. So the angels are asking you to focus on your passions, and that will give your life purpose. And also the things you're passionate about are connected with your life purpose. So your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's dear to your heart. And I feel you may also inspire others through your passion and purpose. So that's the message for you. So you may want to use rubellite crystal, but if you have passion for what you're doing, everything will fall into place and all the doors will open. I'm also going to pull you a card from the feminine deck. Yeah, choose peace. And that may be what you're doing right now. You're choosing peace over drama, chaos, struggle. Affirm it, I choose peace. Because peace is the person you really are. I hope that helps, okay? We got M, thank you for the donation. Hi, can I have some cards? I haven't talked for a while. I unblocked him about a week ago. Big hug. So great to see you, honey. So the message coming through for you is that you are guided and protected no matter what. And you know that, you know you are. So you may see angel signs, you may see feathers, rainbows, 444. You're always guided and protected. And you're always guided and protected no matter what you do. So the thing coming out for you, you've got gold first of all. So God is with you. And he's saying, I'm sending miracles to answer prayers because your prayers are sincere. So you may see bees or spiders or 222 as a sign of divine intervention. You've got Larimar coming through as well. It says sensitive emotions. So you may be highly sensitive. You may feel you're more intuitive right now. Times of heightened intuition and emotions and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness. And you may have blocked him to go and heal that, and now you've unblocked him because you're feeling much more in your power. And you know you've got increased support, so you may feel you've got an increase in your own energy. Says your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doors to abundance for help and understanding. So I feel like you've been going through a healing, and it's restored you so you can unblock him. Okay, so what he's saying to you is, he's saying, I'm frustrated about my life. So there's still things he needs to do and change that he's frustrated about because he hasn't yet done that, okay? He's saying, I'm hoping you'll contact me. So you've unblocked him, and he's really praying and trying to manifest you reaching out to him. Now, that doesn't mean you should do that. It just means that's what he's hoping for. It's like you've unblocked him, he's noticed. And he's like, I hope you contact me, okay? You're inspiring him to follow his dreams. So maybe he's watching your social media. Okay, but he's saying you inspire me. You always have, you always will. And why do you want me? So again, there's insecurity there because he's thinking, well, do you want me? Why would you want me? Because he feels insecure within himself. But he is hoping you'll contact him. So maybe there is something you're being guided to do. So let's ask the angel, should you contact him? Should you reach out? And you might think there's no way I'm doing that. And that's your choice. But you've got the Six of Swords. So whatever happens, it's going to lead to calmer waters. So it feels like June. And obviously you're saying a week ago. Well, that was June. It's like the end of June. And this is 6th for June. Moved into calmer waters here. So there's moving into calmer waters, cooperation, things improving. So things are going to improve from now on. I hope that helps, okay? Lisa, great to see you, honey. Thank you for the donation. Hi, Liz. A sent me a photo of her daughter in a prom dress, but no other conversation. And it's not beautiful, though, that she wanted to share that moment with you, because I feel she was very proud of her and she wanted to show that to you. She's been heavy on my energy since. When will there be more from her, and what else do the angels want me to know? So what does she want to say in the silence? I pushed you away and shut you out of my life because I got really scared. Now, this is really your energy, because, you know, but again, it's reciprocated because you both do the same thing. But I feel you pushed her away. In other words, you kind of shut this down because you got scared by what you were feeling and your own pain and your own emotions. because obviously it's very emotional for you. This card moved, these two cards moved as well. It's very emotional for you when you are in contact and you can't be with it the way you want to be with it. When you were feeling distressed and feeling pain, I can feel it too. So I feel these are kind of mirrored cards because you feel each other's energy. So she feels it when you're in pain. When and the thing what I feel you need to know is, when you were feeling all that pain when you were in contact, she felt that and it distressed her. Even if she didn't show that fully or express that somehow fully, she felt all that pain. I'm frightened that you might reject me because it's been so long. So she is afraid right now that you're going to reject it because it's been so long. Well, it hasn't really been a long, long time, but it may feel like a long time. For example, me and my twin are in separation. It hasn't really been a long time, but it feels like a long time. So she may be afraid that you're going to reject it. If she perhaps says, do you want to meet up or do you want to do something? And that's why she just sent you that picture, because it was a way of connecting with you, but of keeping it neutral. I'm focusing on maintaining financial stability so I can provide for you with ease, or provide for us with ease. So she may be busy with work too, because she may be trying to, in her own mind, somehow sort out her finances so she can break free from that situation. Because you know that you don't care whether she comes to you with 5p or £5 million, you don't care, but it matters to her, and this will be because of her own situation. So I feel she's recognising within herself that she's got to find her own stability, that she needs to take control of that, instead of being controlled or kept, if that makes sense. So release your ex. This is what she knows she needs to do. Okay, so the ex is, in a sense, is him. Okay, it's not you, it's him. Okay, so the time has come to clear your energy. She knows what she needs to do. It's causing the pain and distress not being with you. So she knows, I've got to deal with this situation I'm in. I've got to clear this person from my life. And there's boundaries there for that to happen. So you've set your boundaries down until she can do that. So it says you need to teach people how to treat you by being clear on what you will or won't allow. And that's what you're doing. Yet you're saying, I want something to happen. So again, it's like a catch-22 situation, because it's the right thing to set these boundaries down until she's free, but you also want to have contact with it because you love it, okay? So you've got the tree, the hanged man. So the delay's there for a reason. I am enlightened. So remember, you're gaining enlightenment at this time. So is she. So there is delays. I don't feel anything is meant to move forward right now because you don't really want it to. You do, but you don't. You know what I mean? You do, but you don't. You want something to happen, but you don't want it to be the same cycle. So what crystal can you use? We've got calcite, busy times and multitasking. Okay, so you may feel you're busy. You may be doing 100 things at once, but she is definitely busy. So it says take charge of your schedule during this busy time and honestly assess your underlying reasons for being busy. So I feel like from her perspective, she's busy with everything. She's getting busy so she can distract herself from these thoughts and this pain. So she may be doing 101 things. You may be busy in your head, overthinking things or worrying about things. But really, calcite will help. You don't need to get that crystal, but you could if you wanted to. But I feel this is more about you knowing that there's a distraction there. So there is a delay because it's bringing in enlightenment. I hope that helps. Okay, so I don't really feel anything moving forward right now because she's afraid of being rejected. Let me just see if there is a timing around anything here. We've got November, in a few months. So in a few months, possibly around November, something big could happen here. I hope that helps, okay? Steph, thank you for the donation. Hi, Liz, any message from Zach? So what does Zach want you to know? So we've got, I'm thinking about you. So Zach is definitely thinking about you, but also relieved that they can focus on themselves because they need this space. So I definitely feel Zach needs space right now to focus on themselves, to heal certain things. But during that time, during this space in a way, this silence, they are definitely watching and curious about you. So just because they may need space and may feel relieved about that doesn't mean they're not thinking about or wanting you, because they are. So Zach is definitely thinking about you. So he's saying, my favourite thoughts of each day involve you. So in other words, what he's really saying is my favourite thoughts of you each day get me through the day. So he's thinking about you. He's saying not speaking to you and not being able to be physically with you gets more and more of a struggle every day. So he is struggling to be apart from you, or to not be connecting with you, or being around you the way he wants to be with you, even though he knows it's for his best interest and yours right now, for a healing to occur. So what else do you need to know? What do you need to know directly? We've got sleep well and wake up, rest and refresh. So you may be starting to sleep better. Okay, or what I'm really connected with here is if you've had some weird dreams or sleepless nights, when you start sleeping better and you wake up more rest and refreshed, that's when you're going to hear from him. Well, that's when there's going to be a contact. That's going to be your sign that something is going to change. Because I feel that's what's going to happen. You're going to sleep well. Maybe you've been having some weird sleep. And if you've been sleeping well lately, that's a good sign that something's coming. Because I feel like that's what he's doing. He's also working on himself. And God is in charge, remember. There's no need to worry because God is in charge of your connection. I hope that helps, okay? Let me just have a drink. And just make sure no one's PayPal me or anything. Because sometimes I get PayPals. I do say don't PayPal me. What sometimes people do. Let me just report that one. Just bear with me a second. Okay, right, so we've got Lee says, angel card for my son Nico, please, Liz. How can I help him in his struggles? Okay, just be there. You know, the biggest thing you need to do or remember with your kids, and obviously I'm not a mum, so I'm not talking from experience, I'm talking from angel experience, is to let them find their own way and make their own mistakes and do their own thing. It's hard because you've got to take the stabilizers off the bike and you want to be there. You know, it always reminds me, you know, connecting with like a mum and a child, and obviously he's your son, is if you've seen the film Passion of the Christ, the most tear-jerking moment for me was when Jesus carrying the cross and he falls over with the cross. And there's this flashback where Mother Mary, you know, Mary's mother, sees him as a kid falling over, and it's like it shows the comparison, like flashing back and forth of Jesus falling as a kid. Even just talking about it gets me emotional. Stop it, Liz, again. Jesus falling over as a child and then falling over as Jesus carrying the cross, and it's heart-wrenching. And that's how you'll feel as a mum. Like if anything happens to your son or any of your kids, you know, I'm sure you feel like your heart is breaking and you want to help and be there. But the biggest thing you can do is just be there as a voice or an ear, you know, be there to pick up the pieces, or be there if you need to be, you know, let them, they've got to make their own mistakes. I hope that makes sense, okay? So you got rose quartz here for love life. So it says new or renewal, romantic love. So, you know, your son right now may be experiencing some kind of love life issue or something going on with love, and we've got divine intervention. So the angels are there with him every step of the way. And again, this is God is in charge. So God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. So what I'm really connecting with here is, and it doesn't matter how old Nico is, if you pray and your prayer is sincere, which it will be because it's unconditional, then he will be assisted. He will be helped, whether it's in love or in life or in his love for life or in his love life. He will receive the support and help he needs through the angels. And what you need to do is be there. And that's the message I've got coming through. I hope that helps, okay? They give me fear, to let go of fear. Does anyone else know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about that scene in Passion of the Christ where Jesus falls over with the cross and Mother Mary sees it? Oh my goodness me, I just can't hold it in. I mean, I cry all the way through that film anyway, but whoa, you know. Village, thank you for the donation. Good morning, Liz. Is my twin hiding his love towards me? Well, you know if he's hiding his love, if he's not opening up to you. So obviously, you know his love is inside. I'm too angry right now. Let me cool down. He's angry about something. Now, he's not angry at you. He'll be angry at himself. So he's more than likely very angry. He's keeping all these feelings in, and he's not able to express them for some reason. So he said, I'm too angry, just let me cool down. So he needs to cool down first, okay, before he can even think about showing you emotion. I wasn't ready to face it, forgive me. And he's angry at himself because of that. He's saying, I'm healing my addiction so I can feel free. So he's addicted to something. So this could be a substance, it could be a person, it could be codependency, could be a job, whatever it is. Whatever he's addicted to, he's got to release that. So when he's ready, he will express himself. So I do feel he's got immense love for you, but he's too angry or confused about his life right now to express it. So what's going on with his feelings? You know, he's your twin flame. Of course he's got love for you. So the card coming through here on the floor is, we've got open your eyes. So he needs to open his eyes and do something. You know, and he says, if someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Now, this is a bit of a negative card because it kind of says, oh, you know, if he's acting a certain way, then you have to believe that's the truth. And that's not the way it is with soul counterparts. You have to look beyond. Fear causes all the issues. But I feel what this message is, that he's opening his eyes to what's going on around him, to what he needs to release and let go of to be able to open up. So it's not coming through when I'm connecting with the cards because there's too much pain in him. So he's saying, I mean, Page of Swords is delays in communication. So again, this is not opening up properly the way he wants to. But he's saying, I embrace curiosity and learning. So he's learning right now and he is curious about you. So I feel he is watching you, even if he's not opening up to you. And he's going through sleepless nights and struggle. So that he's able to give equally to you and stand strong in this. So what you're manifesting right now, it's like you're trying to manifest some kind of open-hearted conversation and he's too angry, he's got to calm down or cool down. So I feel the love when I'm connecting with his energy, but he's not showing up in the cards because they're connecting with what's going on the surface. And what's going on the surface is he can't let it out because there's too much pain in him. So if he lets the pain out and breathes and you're patient and trusting and working on you, what does he want to say? What's beyond the surface and all this pain? I feel this urgency to reach out to you. So it's urgent. When he comes in, it's going to be very unexpected and urgent. And it's going to be blurted out, okay? The more I find out about you, the more blessed I am with beautiful surprises. So he's absolutely blown away by you and the person you are. The more he finds out about you, the more he loves you. But you've got to give him time to move forward. So it's going to be very urgent and quick when it comes in. It's going to be very unexpected. But right now he's angry. And if you've been picking up on that anger or frustration, that's why. I hope that helps, okay? Sonna, thank you for the donation. This was Sonna. Hi, I'm new here. Great to have you here, honey. Thank you for donating to me. I want to know about my daughter, Dia, or your daughter, D. I don't need to know specific names. I connect with the energy. So things are rough between us, currently in no contact situation. Being a mum, that's very painful. Want to know her true feelings, will this improve? And again, you know, you probably just resonated with, if you heard what I said about Jesus and Mother Mary, you know, when Jesus falls over and, you know, you just want to make everything right. And it is hard. And, you know, she will be caring about you and loving you from afar, even if there's a challenge there. You know, this takes me back to years and years and years ago. I mean, I'm nearly 49, you know, I'm 49 next week, but I remember when I left home, when I was 17, and I remember there was such a big divide between me and my mother, and, you know, we went through, there was a lot of chaos there, and it was a lot of mutual things, but, you know, if I ever needed her, she was there, and then, you know, we became absolute solid best friends in the last, 10 years of her life. You know, and everything that I went through with her, I was there for her through a cancer and everything. It's like how everything resolved. So, you know, whatever's going on right now, try not to concern yourself too much with, you know, things like propelling yourself or projecting yourself into the future thinking, this is the way it's always going to be. Because it won't, okay? So it's very likely she's learning a deep lesson right now. And you've just got to let her learn that lesson. And allow her to handle things, and you know you'd be there like a shot if she needed you. So the guidance coming through here, you've got clear quartz. Now clear quartz is a great crystal to get anyway because it will help you to feel more clarity. So you may want to actually use clear quartz or hold some or wear some because it may help you to just feel better about things in the long run. And it says let yourself feel all your emotions. So you've just got to let yourself feel things right now. and know that it's okay to feel what I'm feeling and to experience these things. I'm in so much pain right now. We're in the same house, but you're not. There you go. So at least you're in the same house, but you're not talking. But again, whatever you say right now, it won't go down right because she's in her own head. She's got her own ideas of how things are, and nothing you do or nothing you say will change that. She's got to come out herself. She's got to come out of it in her own time. I don't feel she hates you in any way, shape or form. She's just going through her own stuff. So you've got to let her go through it, okay? So let yourself feel what you're feeling right now. Let yourself cry and be emotional. But you've got to understand there's only so much you can do. Okay, you've got to let her come out the other side too. It's like, imagine like she's gone in her room, slammed the door, and you feel shut out. You know, and you perhaps outside the door saying, come out your room. Let's talk about this like adults. And she's like, no, I don't want to. I'm dealing with my own pain. My own stuff's going on. It's the end of the world. This is going on. But eventually she'll come out of that room because she'll have to. She'll need to eat. She'll need to deal with life, okay? So it says your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages and guidance. So in other words, what you're being reminded of is she is a teacher to you right now, and you are a teacher to her. She's teaching you to feel things and experience things, and that's a beautiful thing because she's one of your life teachers, soul teachers, a soul family member to you, as well as a family member. And our blood tests, like our blood relations, are our biggest blood tests, which means they boil our blood and they make us feel all these things because that's what you've signed up to do for each other. So you'll be boiling her blood, she'll be boiling your blood, and you'll both be feeling all these emotions. But clear quartz will help to bring clarity in. So I feel if you just take a step back and breathe, yeah, like Rob says, give her some space. You know, if you just let go of trying to perhaps control things or sort things out, it's going to naturally heal. Now, you can also call on Archangel Raguel because Raguel is the harmonizer. Okay, so if you call on Raguel, Archangel Raguel, he'll bring harmony in. Okay, so the card coming through, we've got Temperance. You need to be patient with this. You feel like a tower is falling. You feel like it's chaotic. Well, that tower is going to heal. Okay, and you can't miss out on what's meant for you. You know you're always going to be in each other's lives in one way, shape or form. So you've got to create harmony and balance. So call on Archangel Raguel. That's why this card's come out. And you just create harmony by being at peace about it now and releasing it to God and relaxing. And then the tower will shift around because it's in reverse. So it means the tower's already fallen here. Or maybe you're waiting thinking, oh God, the tower's going to fall. What's going to happen? But it's going to be okay. Okay, and even if she, you know, this is the Four of Pentacles, you just got to let go. I mean, even if she says, right, I'm moving out or I'm leaving or what, just let her do what she needs to do. And you just be the peaceful harmony. And then things will shift forward. Okay, but it's not, I feel like it's definitely not over between you and things are going to resolve in time. But you've got to calm your energy down. I hope that helps, okay? Mayra, thank you for the donation. Hi, Liz, any message from Travis today? Thank you. So what's the message coming through for Travis today? He's saying to you, I need to find a solution to move this forward. So he knows he's got to find a way of coming to you or moving this forward in some way. And he's finding himself to do that. So he needs time and space right now to find this solution. He said, I'm healing my addiction so I can feel free. So he could be addicted to something, a situation, a comfort zone, you know, something he's in, or he could be addicted to something that's toxic to him that he knows he needs to release. And he said, I hope you can forgive me. So he is going to come forward with an apology. He's just finding his way forward. So I feel that's actually the solution he's finding. The solution is to release or heal anything addictive to him or anything that's causing him pain or anything that's toxic. But I feel he's going to come forward with an apology, and that's going to move everything forward. Let's bring in another message for you. What else do you need to know? Yeah, you just do you right now. Remember, you have your freedom in your own way. You can go where you want to go and do what you want to do. So relax, okay? And just allow him to come to you. He's finding a solution that's going to be balanced. I hope that helps, okay? I'm going to say as well, guys, no more donations, please, so I can catch up. Okay, so no more donations, okay, because I have been on nearly 3 hours, so no more donations. I'm going to be live again tomorrow. Someone just said about 69. It's about balance and yin and yang, okay? So it really is the balance coming in. If I read you from, I'm going to do that quickly. This is the Beautiful Angel Numbers 101. So if I read you what 69 says, okay, for you it says, as you spend time working on activities related to your spiritual passions and interests, every part of your life will automatically improve. So that's about the number 69, okay? Lainey, thank you for the donation. I see Nick's energy a lot this week, but he's with someone else, and I'm seeing someone, but I still want to be with Nick. Where do you see this going? So obviously, you know he's your person. You know he's your ultimate person, end game. He's the one you want to be with for the rest of your life. So really that's saying you're seeing someone, but you're aware you want to be with Nick, okay? And you're perhaps thinking, well, Nick needs to be free first for me to be with him. But it doesn't really work like that, because you're already realising I want to be with Nick. So if you want to be with Nick and you're with someone, then obviously it's not right being with the person you're with. So you've got to address that and look at that, okay? Because regardless of whether Nick's ready to be with you or not, it's not right for you to be with someone else if you're daydreaming about Nick. And that could also be causing a block anyway. So we've got the Five of Cups in reverse because you're focusing on Nick. Your focus is on Nick right now. It's not on this person you're with. Even if you perhaps think it is, it isn't. Okay, so, you know, this is showing you're not really in pain. It feels like you've moved beyond the pain. You know, you've healed yourself in some way. Maybe even this person you were seeing is helping you with the pain or helping you with the situation. But sometimes people come in our lives like scaffolding, and we know when it's time to let them go. So I feel it's like you want a relationship, a real relationship. You want that. That's probably why you're seeing someone. But you want everything with Nick. So I feel you're aware, really, that Nick is the one. Okay? So what's going on with Nick? Where is Nick? Yeah, we've got, he wants to reach out, but he's scared. Okay, so he wants to reach out, but there's a delay around it. So he's a bit timid with this love. So he's holding himself back. And there's a reason, obviously, why he's doing that. So what else is going on? Yeah, he's reflecting on his life like you are. So I feel you're mirroring each other in this way because you're both in something. And I feel you're both reflecting on what you're in. And it's, you know, the feminine is also always the pioneer of truth. So in other words, or the leader. So it's very likely you're going to get out of what you're in before he gets out of what he's in. But you may be reflecting on that. He's definitely reflecting on his life right now. Yeah, look at this, because the Page of Cups is coming here, but it's in reverse. I will contact you when I'm ready. Now, that doesn't mean it's all on my terms and you've got to wait for me and I'm going to do it on my terms. What it means is, it means that he will contact you when he's ready to, when he feels that he can. So in the meantime, don't focus on him and his situation, because he is going to contact you and he does want you and he is reflecting on that. However, you've got to focus on what's right for you. And I feel you know, because you've been reflecting on your life, it's not right for you to perhaps continue what you're in because you've got feelings for someone else. And that's the truth. You know, and this is the thing that's so frustrating. You know, they've got feelings for you. Why are they in something else? So the message for you is to know that you're beautiful and special. And I do feel that your twin is communicating that to you, that they see you as beautiful and special. The angels want you to focus more on your spiritual practices right now to soothe your soul than perhaps being in a relationship. I hope that helps, okay? Maxine, thank you for the donation. Hi Liz, can I get a message? Thanks. So what's the message for Maxine? What's the message for Maxine? So we've got Rubelite coming through, passion and purpose, and you've got Sujolite, own your divine power. So if you own your divine power, that will not only lead you towards your passions, but towards your purpose. So the angels say, replace codependent people-pleasing with assertiveness and empowerment. So you may be stepping away right now from anything that doesn't serve you, saying yes to what does serve you, no to what doesn't. And your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's deep, and this will give me the word deep, that's dear to your heart, but they're saying it's deep in your heart. So you're being guided to focus on your passions right now, your purpose, to focus on you, to say yes to you. And if that means saying no to others, even if that's your twin, that's what you need to do for you. Okay, so this is about you doing you right now. So you've got, I face uncertainty with courage and faith. So you may not know what's coming, but you do know that with courage and faith, it will be okay. Be grateful for everything. Maybe you're grateful for your person too, but be grateful for yourself, be grateful for life, be grateful for everything. And you're ready to start again. So you're ready for whatever life has in store for you. And that's the message. I hope that helps, okay? Peace Lily, thank you for the donation. Hi Liz, may I have messages from my guide? So what's the message from your guide? Clear quartz. And again, clear quartz brings that clarity in. So let yourself feel all your emotions. So if you start feeling emotional between now and the full moon, let yourself feel those emotions. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages and guidance. So what you feel is real. And you come to earth to feel. So allow yourself to feel everything. That's why you've come, okay? And you feel everything because of this love. So you're being guided to find courage right now as you move forward, to reflect on things. Okay, because you've got 4-4 as well, which is about angel protection, 44 or 444. There's a rebirth coming and a new beginning ahead. And this is what's being reflected on. So be open to new possibilities. Let go of anything that isn't serving you. And if you're connecting with your person right now, they know they need to release things that are not serving that. I hope that helps, okay? So my last donation is from Liza. Says, hi Liz, a message from DM has upset me. Well, remember, he hasn't really upset you. The way you've perceived what's happened is what's upset you, because nobody has that power. Okay, so in other words, what's happened is a neutral thing. The way you've perceived it is painful. Okay, because everything is neutral. It's the way you perceive it that makes it good or bad, light or dark, right or wrong, negative or positive, and so on. So you've allowed it to affect your energy, and you have the power to look at it differently. So instead of saying, okay, this has upset me, why? What has this person triggered in me that I need to heal? What do I need to address in me? What do I need to look at? What do I need to change? What do I need to do? That's the way of looking at it. And then you can kind of say, I'm willing to release that part of me that gets upset when I think about you. Okay, so what does he want to say to you? So first of all, it's about realizing that you can take back your power right now. So you are a part of me. I can always feel you. So he feels your pain. He knows he's hurt you. Or he knows he's upset you, okay? He's saying, I'm frustrated about what I have not yet achieved. So it's like he's took something out on you. It's his own pain or issue that he may have projected out to you. So again, don't take it personally. I got scared, so I ran. Okay, so he got scared by his feelings, his emotions. I need you to forgive me. So he's saying, please forgive me for this. Okay, and I want you to be proud of me, so I need to change. So really what he's saying is, I'm frustrated at myself, and I've projected that onto you, and I need you to forgive me. So really this isn't about you at all. It's about his own fear and insecurity and his own struggles. So what's the guidance for you? The guidance for you is to know that you are the creator of your life. So if you want to feel bad, you will. If you want to feel upset, you will. If you want to feel better, you can. Because you are the creator of your own life. God gave you that power. And you can call on your angels when you need them to help you with this. And have compassion for yourself at this time. Give yourself a break. Be kind to you. If you need some space, take it. That's the message. I feel there's an apology coming. I hope that helps, okay? So big thank you to everyone who jumped in and donated. No more donations. What I'm going to finish with now, because I'm going to go off now, I'm going to do a collective message. Okay, so I'm going to pull a card for everyone. So I'm going to do everyone a crystal, an angel message, and a message from your person. Okay, so no more donations. I'm not going to answer any more donations, okay? So let's do a card for number 1. A card for number 2. So this is for everyone watching. So you'll get an answer to something you need to know by doing this pick a pile. Okay? I want a clear card for 3. There we go. No, a clear card. So there could be some indecisiveness for pile 3. There we go. And what does your person want you to know, pile 1? Pile 1, what does your person want you to know? Pile 2, pile 3. Okay, so we've got pile 1, we've got pile 2 and pile 3. And just to let you know, we'll be live tomorrow as well. Okay, so pile 1, 2 and 3, what do you need to know? 1, 2 and 3. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Okay, the clock. They want me to bring timing cards in as well Timing for pile 1, please. Timing for pile 1. Timing for pile 2. Timing for pile 2. They're saying stop watching the clock. Who's watching the clock? Someone's watching the clock. You need to stop doing that, okay? It'll come in when you don't expect it. So I've got timing cards as well here. So this is a proper pick a pile. 1, 2 or 3. Pick your number. Okay, number 1. If you've chosen number 1, the timing is in the winter. Now, this could mean something is going to happen in the winter, or it may mean the winter is coming to an end, because the winter can also be a symbol of coolness, coldness, things being stuck. So let's see what the other card is. What am I going to do now? So it may feel like things are a bit stuck because your person's trying to work out what to do now. What am I going to do now? How do I move this forward? What do I say? So there could be a delay. Okay, so you may feel like in your connection right now, they're not doing anything, they're not taking action because they don't know what to do. And that's why you may feel cold. So I feel this winter card is more about things feeling cool between the two of you. They give me tooth pain as well, which is a decision. So they need to make the decision to do something. And this could shift around the winter. That may mean something for someone. But I feel they're working out what to do. And this could also be in their own life too. So it's not just about you, it's about their life too. So the angel guidance is you've got increased support at this time. So the angels are all around you, okay? So your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the door to the abundance of help and opportunities. And this is apopolite, okay? So you may want to use that crystal. But I feel the message here is that while they're working out what to do, or while you need to give them time to move forward to you or take a step forward or take action, okay, you've got support. That's the message. I hope that helps. Sit with that message, okay? Pile 2, if you pick number 2, the timeline is tomorrow. So something could come in tomorrow. Something could happen tomorrow. So you could receive communication. You may receive a sign. Something could happen. So let's see what the clarifying cards are. What if you've moved on? Your person may be very worried right now or in fear that you've moved on. So they could reach out to you as quickly as tomorrow. Okay, so there's fast energy here. So I feel there could be a quick communication coming in. Could happen tomorrow, it could happen the next day, but there's something happening quickly. So your angel guidance is, again, tiger's eye, love this. So, this is about you having confidence. Feel confident right now in this connection and who you are. And you may also want to use tiger's eye as a form of protection. And you're also being protected, remember, when they're not moving towards you. So you may well have been working on your own self-control or self-power, and now they're wondering if you've moved on. So maybe you've pulled your energy back. So believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. So you may have given this to God and you've been focusing on you. Well, that's what you're being guided to do. And this is moving things forward because your person is thinking, oh, what if you've moved on? So they could well be watching you on social media and they could reach out as quickly as tomorrow. So I'm not saying everyone's going to receive communication tomorrow, but they are thinking about it now. I hope that helps, okay? And pile 3, timings, you've got patience as required. So your journey is in divine timing. You've got to stop obsessing for this to move forward. So stop obsessing first. Okay, so if you stop obsessing and you gain patience, that's how things will move forward. So you haven't got a timeline because your journey is in divine timing. And you may be obsessing over it and you've got to have patience, okay? So your person is actually feeling relieved right now because they're thinking about themselves. Now, this isn't selfish. This is they need to think about themselves to be able to put you forward or put you first. Okay, so I only have to think about myself right now, and that's a relief to them, which means they need this time for themselves. So, for example, if they are single, they need to be single to find that place within where they feel free enough and at peace enough and ready enough to actually pursue this with you properly. A lot of them could have broken free from a situation, so they may be free from a karmic situation, or they may be trying to free themselves up from a karmic situation so they can think about themselves. And they may be trying to find a relief in that way. So this could also be a sign of them needing to end something first to be with you, and that's why you have to be patient. But also, if you've gone into a separation or you're distant, they need that time to focus on themselves. So the angel guidance for you is natural beauty and authenticity. So you have to remember your power. Your natural beauty is your power. Your natural self, the person you are. You don't need to be anyone else. And that you're authentic. Because that gives them the power to be authentic. So be yourself. It says, be yourself as God made you, naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. So you need to be yourself right now. And balance your own feminine and masculine energy and know yourself. And that's going to open all the doors. So if you're thinking, how's this going to move forward? Just be you. Remember who you are. Affirm how amazing you are, because you're magnificent. And when your person has dealt with what they need to deal with, then they can think about themselves to be able to think about you, because you are one. So when they start thinking about themselves, they think about you, and that's when they move forward towards you. But you've got to stop obsessing. Give me fear. So I feel this is a huge message about a karmic ending occurring in the future. I hope that helps, okay? Okay, guys, I'm going to go off because I've been on for over 3 hours. So if you haven't received a message, don't worry. I've just done a pick pile. Or you can click anywhere during the replay and you'll receive an answer. Okay, I will be live again tomorrow. And just to let you know, if anyone wants a personal reading with me, reach out today, because I'm on holiday next week. I'm not going to be live next week. I'm not going to be doing personal readings next week. I'm going to be posting videos galore on the channel, but there's going to be no live interactive stuff. So if you want a reading with me, if you email me today, I'll be able to do your reading over the weekend. Otherwise, it will be a week away. So you can email me for a reading at guidedbyangelsreadings@gmail.com. So have a great day. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you soon.